This podcast is scheduled for one fall. Introducing your hosts, hailing from Hull, England, Callum McGuinness, Jamie Bell, Kurt Johannson, and James Coggan. This is the One Fall Podcast.
Welcome to One Fall Podcast. I'm your host, co-host. I do that every week, sorry. Co-host, the overweight cruiserweight, Jamie Bell. Joining me, as always, the donut kid.
The donut kid.
Callum McInnes.
Is that just because I'm eating a donut right now?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. See,
Wow.
You know how Jamie works.
Yeah.
He puts something in front of him. He's like Ron Burgundy on the
He
teleprompter.
reads whatever you put in front of him.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
So you are the donut kid tonight.
All right, hello.
He's riffing. This is his new gimmick.
yeah.
This is it, exactly,
Alright,
yeah, right.
So what am I then?
Well,
Jamie?
he's the... What are you drinking?
What does it look like?
Well, it's beer, but is it...
There you go.
He's the beer kid tonight, James Coggan,
He's rocking the tash.
rocking the tash.
There you go.
And we are joined tonight by the legendary, the man himself, Mr. Rivers Johannson.
It's all lies.
It's all lies. It's not, though, it's true.
Mm.
No Kate tonight. Kate's on hiatus, on assignment somewhere.
Yeah, but hopefully we'll be back
Yeah.
sometime in the future.
No Dave for... I believe Dave's been future endeavoured, right?
No, Dave will be back at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave will be back.
They both have a wealth of knowledge, so it'd be
A shame if either of them left.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. If we run
Absolutely.
if we run out of ideas, I'm sure we can pay them enough for them to come on the show.
Do you want to say about last week's not been on? Do you want to tell people in case people do
But
download
when
this?
they're listening to this, it will be on.
But next week isn't on yet, that's what I'm saying.
So
This
so,
isn't on yet.
So shall we
Oh, yeah.
like
It's
Yeah.
not live.
Yeah.
yeah? What's
I realised
the
that.
opposite of retroactively? Let's apologise for the fact that the last episode was late.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because Podbean
Apologies, it was late.
had some issues with the uploads and stuff. So hopefully the issue preceding this one was up before this one.
It's fixed,
Yeah.
and this one isn't late either.
Boom. Taken
there we
care
go.
of. There,
There
we
we
go.
go.
Addendum.
Apologies. And we'll get our social plugs out the way first.
Go on then.
So, as
You
usual,
get to plug the shit out of your stuff now.
as usual,
Really
Twitter,
go for it, man.
Jamie, Twitter at OneFallPod, Facebook at OneFallPod, YouTube at OneFallPod. Email us any questions or insults or anything at onefallpod@gmail.com. Jamie, where can we find you?
Twitter, the OWCW, Instagram, the Overweight Cruiserweight. Don't worry about Facebook.
Rivers.
Plug yourself, man.
Well, alright, Instagram, Rivers Johannson. Twitter, Rivers Johannson. Facebook is Rivers Johannson Music. Snapchat is Rivers Johannson. Send nudes.
Boom. Awesome.
Well, in that case, I'm BellJ8 on Snapchat. I'll have them nudes as well.
Oh, Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Bumholes, especially.
Buttholes.
Yes.
Awesome.
Can't wait to edit this podcast.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
yes, buttholes are awesome.
Yes, they are.
You can find
Don't you
me,
dare edit that out.
the proverbial
Ew.
Crimson Mask, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter as Roman Oyster. You can find my personal music channel on YouTube at James Coggan. You can find my band's music, Davidium, on Spotify. You can follow us on YouTube, on Spotify. Just check out Davidium and also check out Rivers, because he's also a musician. So now we've got a nice 50-50 split.
That's pretty
This
cool, isn't
fucking
it?
guy.
Yeah.
man.
All
Well, hang on a
three.
minute. I used to
Yeah.
be a musician. Hang on a minute,
But
right?
do you
Yeah,
have,
yeah,
but
yeah,
do you
no,
have any
yeah.
music to plug? No, you
Not
don't.
at the moment, no.
Yeah.
No.
And I'm not even in your tools league, to be fair.
You say you one of your handles was Crimson Mask.
That is my wrestling gimmick, the
He's the
proverbial
proverbial.
one.
What the hell were they saying like a few weeks or months back on Raw? They were saying like something like viscous liquid or something like that.
Oh,
Well,
You
they
know
use
when,
that, yeah.
when Finn
Yeah.
Balor got the
Oh,
blood.
they never say
They
blood.
can't say blood. They have to say the
Yeah.
Viscous liquid.
Viscous liquid.
Yeah.
Seriously, why can't you say fucking blood?
Even in the 90s, they never said it.
Yeah, that's
in
a good
WCW,
point. Yeah.
when Sting and Vampiro were feuding, they never said it's the red liquid.
Red liquid.
Yeah, they never.
Jim Ross was like his eyes busted up, and he's
Yeah,
saying
but they'll never say blood.
Never
Yeah.
say blood.
I've never
and the
realised
name-
that.
That's fine. Don't say blood, but
Yeah.
don't say viscous liquid either.
That's it. You're going down
Just
a
don't
whole
say
different
anything.
alley.
Yeah, don't say anything.
Yeah, if you are wondering, the proverbial crimson mask is because that is one of my favourite things that Jim Ross has ever said about Ric Flair. Whenever he gets busted up
Mm.
and he flicks his hair back and all of his luscious platinum hair turns bright red and runs down his face.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the proverbial crimson mask.
They were great.
Fucking love it.
He was a
Absolutely
bleeder,
awesome.
I've
Oh,
never-
oh, was he? Oh, was
I've never
he?
twigged on that they never actually mentioned the word blood. Never actually.
Yeah, same. That's news
That's
to me.
not true. There's a pay-per-view called Bad Blood.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Isn't it spelled
In
with
your
two
face,
D's,
nurse.
though?
Yeah, baby. With a U as well.
Bird.
With umlauts as well.
Oh, that's terrible. I never knew that.
I'm sure a couple of people like Jerry Lawler will have slipped it out and then immediately
I'm sure Jerry Lawler slipped it out.
and then
a few times.
immediately Vince has been in his ear like, no, can't say that. Can't say that.
We all know Lawler slipped it out.
Of course he has.
Of course.
Of course he
we do.
has. It's Jerry Lawler.
Oh,
Of
yeah.
course he has. At least he gets to slip it out.
So I'll get my.
Didn't he? This is way back in the day. Didn't he get? Was he married or did he go out with that chick?
He was married to the
He
cat,
was
wasn't
married.
he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
That's
he was.
funny.
He walked out
she
because
was-
she
she
got
was
fired.
hot.
Yeah, he did.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she
Right.
was useless.
Right, well,
Yeah,
yeah,
hot
she
but
was.
useless.
She was hot. She did get her boobs out there. I remember, like, she
No,
got
she
I remember
did.
that. Armageddon.
Was it Armageddon?
Armageddon. She had a,
It was when she jumped in the. Was it the
was it
pool of jelly or something?
Was it jelly or mud or
something like
like
that, yeah. And then Sergeant Slaughter came out and was like, "Oh, cover you up. We'll cover you up." And then, way, that's the reason why Channel 4 lost the rights to show pay-per-views.
Really?
Yeah, was
Because
because
she
she
flashed. No
showed
way.
her titties.
Jesus Christ.
The
What,
more you
like
know.
1 in the morning UK time?
Yeah, it broke their
rules.
yeah
Yeah.
their regulations on it, their
regulations,
guidelines.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
An
well.
interesting fact about the cat. Do you know what the smartest thing to ever come out of her mouth was?
No.
Jerry Lawler's cock. Thank you very much. I'm here all week.
Don't edit that.
I'm trying to make.
someone done it.
I'm trying to make. Yeah, I'm trying to make Callum Chokin has done it.
Oh, let's do that, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to plug your social media?
Yeah, it's Twitter at Palace of Wisdom, Instagram Sexy Ass Lottery, FetLife no, at Sexy Ass Lottery.
Boom.
Yeah, that's it.
You sure?
That's all I use really.
Where's Palace of Wisdom come from?
It's John Morrison used to be announced as from the Palace of Wisdom.
Oh, he did, you're right, yes. He
and
did.
it kind of stuck.
Wrestling meta,
Yeah.
Mm.
love it.
It's amazing how much I forget.
That's amazing.
It's not amazing.
It's amazing how I'm a 37-year-old man and I now find myself sat in a room with other grown men talking about
Men in
Men in tights.
spandex.
Yes,
fake fires. The hell is going on with my life? What am I doing?
Everything's going right with your life, man.
Yes, it is.
Everything's
Sorry,
going right.
sorry. That was my
Jamie
inner-
has a
inner
little
alpha
crush
male
on
coming out,
movies,
you know.
don't you? This
I've-
is your make-a-wish
This is my make-a-wish, yes.
Yeah,
to do a
welcome,
podcast
you
with
know.
Rivers himself.
This is true. This is true. You know.
Do you
I don't
know-
want to break sad news, but Jamie is terminal. He's not going to make it.
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
You
This
know,
could be
he-
my last
he wants
podcast.
to,
Oh,
you
God.
know.
Right, speaking of podcasts,
It was Rivers or John Cena.
Should we talk about some wrestling?
some
Let's do
some
it.
grappling.
Let's
Oh,
do it.
Right.
Let's start with Takeover. Did anybody watch it, actually?
I didn't. No.
You didn't.
I heard it was
I
dead good.
did.
though.
Did you, James?
I did watch Takeover.
Fantastic. So 3 out of 4 have watched Takeover, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Spoilers.
Let's start with the best part of the show,
We're going to say the same thing here.
the Velveteen Dream.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you know that's the match that I missed.
Oh,
The best
That's the match that I missed.
the best
Yeah,
match of the
it's-
night.
How did you miss that?
I was working all weekend, so I was like in and out of sleep trying to watch it, and then I realised, oh no, I missed, the double cage War Games match that the pay-per-view was named after.
Oh my
I
god.
should fucking watch that match. I went back and watched that, so I'm going to retroactively watch the Velveteen Dream Aleister Black match.
Yeah.
Dream was made that night. He was made.
I've heard nothing but good things about that match, and I am so looking forward to having a nugget,
Oh, man.
a golden nugget from that weekend.
He's-
yet to nibble.
Yeah.
And
He's
feast on
22
and-
years old. 22.
And,
And he
I've said for a long time, I think that kid's going to be a mega
he
star.
has such understanding of his gimmick,
Mm.
and he knows completely what he has to do to get
Are you-
over.
Are you familiar with these guys?
Good. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
Velveteen Dream. Yeah, he's that kind of prince-looking dude. isn't
yeah,
he?
I was
yeah,
going to
yeah.
say I'm not overly familiar with the chap himself, but I'm getting a massive Jay Lethal, Black Machismo, really leaning into this whole I am not who I look like I am.
Yeah,
I am 100%.
A little bit of 95 gold dust peppered in
Oh,
there.
yes,
yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
And
Some
just,
Rick Rudeness with his tights. That he had him in black on his tights, like Rick Rude did with Jake Roberts.
oh,
Yeah.
fucking love it.
Yeah,
That's
it
like
was-
without even his in-ring performance, I already like the aura
Yeah.
that this guy's giving
And
off.
do you know what I like as well is that the commentators actually reference the fact that Rude did it with Jake Roberts.
Yeah.
I like that because they sometimes insult your intelligence, don't they, and don't think you remember last week.
My
But,
God,
you know, they do it, don't they?
Michael Cole. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
every
God,
week.
Michael
don't-
Cole.
Jesus Christ.
Don't get me started on Michael Cole.
Yeah, well, he has Vince in his ear, don't forget that.
We'll get to that 5-man booth later. But
Yes,
we
will, yeah.
yeah.
So that match was awesome.
But just let me get this in there real quick.
Do it.
What's his name? Corey Graves, who was amazing. There was a point in the main event at Survivor Series where he goes, "Oh, it's the King of Kings versus the King of Strong Style," and he said the King of Strong Style,
Not the artist.
artist.
Yeah.
And I
Good.
was just like, my head just blew up, and I was like, Corey Graves. You
He
know?
made that moment quite cool.
He did.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if he said, "Oh, it's the King of Kings
Versus the artist.
versus
Shin.
yeah, exactly.
Shin.
Yeah.
The artist.
Shin, the
He kept
artist.
calling him
Yeah.
Shin all night.
Because Michael... don't
I'm
get Michael-
an artist. I play guitar, I paint, I draw. I'm an artist, and I'm not a badass. You know, I'd get the shit kicked out of me
Oh, yeah.
by a
but the-
15-year-old probably.
The
Okay?
ring canvas.
Yeah.
It's the
It's his
canvas
canvas,
of the artist.
yeah.
No, none of that nonsense. I just want tough
Oh,
guys.
my ass.
Yeah, that was good. There,
No,
they'll
that's
start
why-
using
that's why
that.
Vince
They'll
pulled it
start
from
using
your
that.
ass.
Yeah.
I just want to see big burly dudes kicking the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
You
Amen.
know? I don't want to see artists and you know.
Don't
see
even
that,
get me
so-
fucking started.
We
best
already
artist.
saw an artist in WCW in the late 90s. We don't need another artist. I want Shinsuke, the man with hammers for legs,
Yes.
to kick 10 shades out of
Yeah.
everybody on both rosters.
That's what we all want.
How many donuts have you got?
For
Enough.
Fucking hell.
I'm hungry.
I gathered that.
So
Please, indulge me with your luscious words about this match
Oh,
between the Velveteen Dream
right,
and Aleister Black.
Dream
I'll
was
say
made.
this. Yeah, Dream was made, and it was probably
Dream came true.
Dreams came true.
one of my top 5 favourite matches of the whole year anywhere in the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
Big.
And the fact that Aleister Black said his name
Yeah, he
at
didn't.
the end.
The
out of
Velveteen Dream
respect.
didn't win, but he won his respect,
Yeah.
and that meant so much more. As me and Rivers said earlier, imagine 2 guys having a great match, and they both get over,
Yeah.
and the fans love it. That's
There you go.
Oh,
And it's not
it's
all,
almost like
not all
that's
one-sided.
tailor-made for the format
Yeah.
of wrestling.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Instead of
Yeah.
this 50-50
You don't have to
booking
look
shit.
weak
Yeah.
or shitty
No.
in defeat. You know, you can't.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed
do
the
it,
whole
you know,
program though,
so-
from the start up to the match. The whole last few weeks of NXT, it's
Yeah.
just been a really well done program, all based on him wanting Aleister Black to say his name.
And he got it.
He got it out of respect.
So that's where this matchup came from. It all came from the silent man, for the most part, Aleister Black, not breaking.
Yeah,
You know,
Dream wanted him to say
He
his name.
wouldn't say his name
right,
because he didn't respect him.
right.
He had no reason to.
Right.
After the match, he was like, "You didn't win, but fuck, I respect you."
What did he say?
He said, "Enjoy infamy, Velveteen Dream."
Yeah,
Oh,
And Velveteen Dream
Oh.
you could see it in his face. He was just so happy.
did
yeah,
he cream his pants?
Yeah, he did.
yeah.
He,
And
he velveteen creamed.
He Velveteen Cream.
Then
Oh.
didn't we say about them
Oh.
becoming a tag team now as well? Black Velvet.
Oh!
Dusty Rhodes Classic.
Oh!
Black
Dusty
Velvet.
Road,
Right?
Dusty Road Classic, Black Velvet.
Oh,
Velvet.
fuck.
Tell me you do not want to see that.
I do want to see that.
Right?
Of course I fucking do.
Rivers?
No, I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know if they mesh well as a tag team very well. You know.
Isn't it be an interesting clash of styles?
Thing is, though-
that name.
I have heard that Alistair's surname is based upon the fact that he's hung like ridiculous. So,
Callum's choking on his donut.
much like Steve Blackman in the Attitude Era.
There he is.
That's what I've heard. You know.
Who from?
The dirt sheets.
Meltzer.
The
Tuna
them dirty
Meltzer
sheets
himself.
on that there internet.
Oh,
There you
no.
go.
Yeah.
They
It's
are
good to
some,
Dave Meltzer. Dave Meltzer knows everything.
they are some dirty sheets.
I imagine
aren't
Dream's packing too, though.
I don't really want to know.
Gotta be.
I'm curious.
It's gotta be like a baby.
curious.
It's gotta be like a baby's arm holding an
they?
apple.
That's it. You don't want to mistake
Yeah.
a Velveteen Dream for a Velveteen Rub, though.
Yeah.
Let's never
no,
make
true.
that mistake.
True. I wonder about Callum.
I bet he's so smooth that it just slips right in like velvet though.
There you
That's
go.
nice.
I reckon so.
Yeah.
Do you reckon Orlando Jordan's... Never mind, Callum.
Let's not go down
Let's
that
not
road.
go down
Let's not
that.
go down that
No.
road.
Right,
Let's not
so
go down there.
that wasn't the match that kicked off the show, though, was it?
It was Lars Sullivan versus Cassius Ohno.
Another good match.
Yeah, short
Another
match.
Yeah.
short, but did what it had to do.
It did, yeah.
Hard hitting. Lars Sullivan's going to be a star.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
You know Vince has got a hard on.
Him versus Braun is going to be a big match one day.
And then there'll be a team probably as well.
But
So
how
on.
about but what about the fat dude in the basketball vest? What's he going to do?
Cassius Ohno.
Cassius.
I know, I feel like he's
What's he
floundering.
going to do?
What's he...
You know?
This is his second go around.
It's almost like
I-
he's enhancement.
He is enhancement.
He's enhancement.
But he's a very good enhancement talent.
Yeah.
I love him. I've loved him when he was Chris Hero. I think he's phenomenal. I really do.
Well, he is very good. But what else do you do with him? He's not... Bring him up to the main roster. He is just, as Rivers said, a fat guy in a basketball
Yeah.
vest.
Yeah, he's a very unusual specimen because he has the size and the power that would indict, well, he's going to be storming the place, but then his shape, he's not that big, muscly, broad guy.
And I don't care that he's a fat dude, but it's just like, if he's a big fat dude, then dress him appropriately, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Bray Wyatt,
like-
those heavy set guys, Kevin Owens, just dress
Yeah.
him appropriately.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, but then again, though, like,
Yeah.
that's how Ono's always...
The tucked-in vest,
Works,
like
though,
with his,
isn't
with his
it? Like,
guard,
yeah.
you know.
Like, it's almost like they gave him the freedom to dress like he does on the Indies and
Yeah.
just go, hey, cool, cover it with a baseball jersey, that's cool. Basketball jersey, I don't know why I said baseball.
It's all the same. I don't get these American
I
sports.
can't get that image out of my head when he fought Bobby Roode and he wore that like bright white vest tucked into his little
Yeah.
bright white underwear, and I was just
Yeah.
like, oh, that's not a good look, man. You know?
Nah.
Yeah.
No. But I'm saying now, Lars Sullivan's going to be a star. You know Vince has a hard one already for him.
Definitely. But he is pretty good as well.
He's not.
It's-
Where's he from? He's not American, is he?
No, I think it's Bosnia or
He's in
something.
Bosnia.
I was going to say, we've got a nice, big, strong, hearty, fucking foreign dude. Loves them. Got plenty of them since...
Oh, yeah, it's going to be jobbing to Cena, isn't he?
He'll go for a year and
Oh,
then
yeah.
job to Cena.
Job to Cena.
Yeah.
He'll get the US title.
Or
job
him,
to Cena.
him and Rusev.
Yeah.
Bosnian buds.
Has Braun
Bosnian
dropped
buds.
to Cena yet?
That's what?
Has Braun dropped to Cena yet?
I think so.
That's reassuring, isn't it?
Give it
'Cause-
time.
I don't think you will. I think Braun's going to...
They had a match on Raw.
They did have a
about
match
month
on
ago,
Raw.
but
Cena
Braun
won by
didn't
DQ, didn't he?
he? Did he?
Yeah, I'm
Right.
sure he did, yeah.
Yeah. So he hasn't...
Because Michael Cole, being the fuckhead that he is, was like, "Oh, this is the first time they've ever been in the ring together," and I was like, "No, it's not."
I'm pretty sure Cena's faced the
What?
White
Yeah,
family.
That's what I mean, trying to insult your intelligence sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like you don't remember shit. He's like, yeah, we fucking do. We're wrestling fans. We remember
God damn it, I've been
everything.
watching
We remember
wrestling. I've been
everything.
watching wrestling since '91.
Yeah.
God damn it, I know.
That's it.
We
That's
remember
right.
everything. We're wrestling fans. It's what we do. We remember everything and then complain about it all.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
We don't forget shit,
That's what
man.
we do.
We don't. So what was the next match? Because I can't remember.
After Velveteen Dream and all.
The woman's won it.
It was the Fatal Four.
It was,
wasn't it? Yeah.
which was a very good short match.
I really enjoyed that. That's the point where I dropped
Yeah.
in.
It wasn't a
That's
bad
where I
match.
picked up.
Very good
Not a bad match.
Yeah.
We should be doing our predictions on this, shouldn't
The
we?
right woman won.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Oh,
interesting.
she's the right woman.
I thought it was
Yeah.
interesting as well.
Good lord.
I keep forgetting her name and I always feel really
Can
bad.
you say?
No, the one that ate the fall from Sanity.
Peyton Ronnie. Oh, Nikki
Peyton
Cross.
Royce.
Nikki Cross. It was Nikki Cross that ate the fall.
Yeah.
Was it?
She took 3 finishes.
Mm.
It took 3 finishes to put her down. So, for me, she looked strong in defeat
Yeah.
because
Trying
obviously
really
it
hard
was
not to make a sex joke.
Boom.
Go
she-
for it, man.
She took a hell of a
finishes.
yeah.
All over her face, neck, and chest.
There we go.
Oh,
All right.
There we
oh,
go.
Thank God I got that out of there.
Yeah, it was just a lot of fucking fast-paced, angry, just attack. It wasn't, oh no, it's all psychology. It was, no, everyone is just going to go apeshit, and I really enjoyed it. It was really nice as well, the fact that Asuka
Yes.
was there before the match, and they didn't just wheel her out, and then she didn't make an appearance. She was the one that handed over the title at the end as well.
I liked that.
For a change.
I liked that.
It wasn't just a brief little
Because you've gone from-
Queen's wave.
Yeah.
in the
Ember
crowd
tried to
and
beat
then-
her all this time, and now she's finally got the belt.
Yeah, and it was like that show of respect as
Yeah.
well. She hugged her, and it was like, boom, yeah,
It
cool.
was.
Right, what we'll do is, since we made our predictions last week, let's tell everyone who we picked and see if we're right.
I don't fucking remember.
I think you didn't pick Ember Moon.
I did pick Ember Moon for this
Did
one.
that right?
Did you?
I
Write it
yes.
down?
I picked Ember.
I don't know if they write it down. Rivers has got a point.
It's on podcast, isn't it? So we'll get it written up, it's fine. Who would you have picked?
I'd have picked Ember Moon. I think it's about
Who would
time.
you have picked?
I picked Ember Moon.
I
Oh,
did
so
pick
we're
Ember,
all
I
right.
did pick Ember
Yeah.
Moon, actually. Yeah.
Nice.
And I picked Lars Sullivan,
Yeah, same.
and I picked.
Yeah, I
do
don't
you know? I think
don't know
I
what that is.
picked Dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I picked black.
I think I picked
Black's
black.
not going down to. Black's.
Yeah,
You're
I
always
don't-
better than black.
You picked Dream.
Yes, yeah.
You picked Dream.
I did. I picked Dream. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never bet on black. Do you?
You always bet on
Against
black.
Yeah.
You always bet on black.
You always bet on black. I do actually. I always do. Black 8. And do you want to know something?
That's Velveteen's nickname.
Black 8.
And that's limp.
I've-
You know? So,
I was in a casino
Yeah,
not
go
long
on.
ago and I had 200 quid in my pocket and I thought, right, I'm going to put this on Black 8 and I bottled it and fucking Black 8 came out, didn't
did
it?
it?
And I walked out with like $6,000. I was a bit
Man.
upset the following day.
And you could have taken that $6,000 right to the purple door. And
Yeah.
it's like a hell of a lap
Exactly,
dance, you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
Hi Jazz, by the way. But,
I'm going to edit that out.
why?
You could have paid for a better microphone.
You can't just
True.
give away plugs like that.
Boom.
We always fucking plug.
Nah, not
Purple
to
door,
Jazz.
What's
There you
up?
go.
Not to Jazz.
It's good.
She doesn't deserve it.
Don't edit any of this out. This is all gold, man.
Yeah, she's not
Tell
going
me
to
if you want
listen.
it.
Dick
Never mind.
jokes. We're
Yeah.
talking about teddy bars.
No, we'll talk about anything, just not Jazz.
Yeah.
Alright then.
Alright, so next match.
Alright.
Oh, alright.
Nice.
Just
Alright.
not Jazz.
Okay. Why?
Talk about Beth all you want.
I don't want
The listeners don't have any frame of reference.
No,
to
No,
it.
they
True.
don't, exactly. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
to.
Yeah.
So-
Emma.
Yeah, let's talk about him. Let's do it.
How about we talk about the following match for
Go on.
the title?
What was it?
McIntyre.
I thought Emma
Almas.
was released.
Nice.
You see how I bring it back around to
Nice.
wrestling.
I'd release on Emma.
Yeah, I'd release
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Goddamn right.
So,
McIntyre Almas.
yeah, I called McIntyre.
I think I did.
Who would you have
I
said?
think we all probably
I probably would
did.
have gone with McIntyre because
Yeah,
I don't know
McIntyre.
who.
Yeah.
Didn't Kurt say Almas and change it to McIntyre?
I
'cause
hope
of
to
you?
God not.
I'm sure.
In Almas, the guy in the white tights that dances around like a douche.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the one. He's the London
Right.
champion. NXT
Okay.
champion.
All right,
But I'm enjoying his work.
it's interesting.
He's a
Turning
very
him
good
heel.
wrestler.
Well, yeah, he's
As-
come out
as-
of nowhere.
Yeah, with what's her face, Mrs. Aries. What's her fucking name? Selena.
Selena Zeta, is it? Something like that.
Selena Vega.
Selena Vega.
Vega.
Yeah, yeah.
Austin
yeah.
Aries.
Savia
is-
Vega.
Yeah.
Austin
Savia
Aries goes
Vega.
out with Savia
He
Vega.
does, yeah, he does, yeah.
Nice.
Hey, it's
All right.
2017. it's
2017,
fine.
man.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
if you wanna, if you
Imagine
like to
picturing
watch
them
the
two together, right?
subs roll down the crack of a guy's ass, it's fine. You know, it's absolutely fine.
But we all got that wrong.
You know.
I'm sure Kurt went with Almas and then changed his mind to
He
McIntyre.
did, you're
So he's
right.
going to kick himself for that one.
Yeah,
And
and
he-
we'll all know. He'll tell us.
No, he tried to say the other day, oh, I picked this, but Callum changed my mind. Well, that's not my fault. You're so fucking easily manipulated. So, you know, he got it wrong. Like the
Yeah,
rest of us.
other Johannson.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
sounds
but it was a
Right.
fucking good match.
It was. It probably my least favourite match of the night.
But that Claymore like hit on Almas and he did like a fucking double
So
shooting
why
star
have they taken off Drew McIntyre? So
He's
long,
coming
I
up to
think?
the main roster.
Right.
As simple as that.
No, I heard the rumour that he looked injured. Taz.
But he was already losing the title.
Yeah.
Taz.
Taz.
Is Taz
tweet-
back in it?
No, he tweeted. that it looked like McIntyre.
Transmission.
He did tear his bicep.
It looked like he tore his bicep.
Yeah.
According
Yeah.
to Taz.
Right.
That's what
So-
I've heard.
That's going to be a few months out if he has.
Side note, does Taz have a podcast?
Yes.
Yes.
What's it called?
Taz.
Did the Taz show?
Taz
The
Pod.
Taz
That is
show.
fucking garbage. It should be called the Taz Mission.
The Taz mission.
Like the transmission.
Mm.
What a fucking failed
Taz-
effort there.
Speaking
Taz,
of-
if you're listening.
Speaking of trans.
At
Yeah.
Taz.
yeah.
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 Taz, sort yourself out, mate. Come on.
Yeah, it's just the Taz show.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Taz. You.
Is it the Taz show?
You vanilla
What
midget.
shit. What shit, man.
Taz mission. I like that.
Yeah, the Taz
Taz
Mission. That
Mission.
fucking makes sense,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Yeah.
I don't like that.
Cool. So,
Probably my least favourite match on the card though of the night.
which is
Yeah.
weird considering the stakes.
Yeah, it just didn't do much for me.
I'd put
Is Drew McIntyre still doing that DDT finish, or has he got something
No,
else
he
now?
uses the
He
Claymore.
does use the DDT, doesn't he? Still.
But it gets
What
kicked
the hell's
out of
what's a
now.
Claymore?
The Claymore's are like
running, it's just Daniel Bryan's running knee.
Okay.
Except
But
for a
it's a boot.
6.5-foot dude.
It's not
Yeah.
a
Right.
knee, it's a boot.
Yeah.
Boom, okay.
Yeah.
Because like the last thing the main roster needs is another person with a DDT finish.
Yes.
You know,
I've already given out about
Yeah.
how many super
mean,
kicks
Yeah.
and DDTs
It's the
there are.
dirty deeds. You won't be able to use
Yeah.
it anyway. So.
But it annoys me
Yeah.
because
Because that Rampage is kind of like a
but
lift
it's-
kind of DDT.
Yeah.
I get-
Alexa Bliss, doesn't she do a DDT
yeah,
now?
I get fed up with it because the DDT used to be a fucking devastating move. When Jake Roberts hit you with
What a
DDT,
manoeuvre!
Oh,
It
yes.
When Jake Roberts
Oh,
hit
yes.
that DDT, you was out. And now it's just fucking used in every match.
Well, yeah,
Like,
you were. If you didn't know how to take it,
You
it
know.
would knock
This
you
is a weird thing. Like
unconscious.
you'll see people do tornado DDTs, blah, 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 and then people kick out on 2, and then Dean Ambrose comes along with his little underhook DDT.
Yeah, the Mick Foley.
And that's
but
it.
yeah,
Yeah,
Foley.
which-
yeah, and
No
then
one can
that's
kick
it.
out. Yeah.
It's only been kicked out of by 3 people, the Dirty Deeds. And the F5's been kicked out of 17 times in the last 3 years.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
It's the most protected
Yeah.
finish in
Yeah.
WWE.
Yeah.
The big
Red Arrow.
Sheamus's
Brogue kick.
scissor kick thing.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody. Well, who's kicked out
Yeah,
of that?
yeah, it's been kicked out
I
of
think
it.
it has
been kicked
Since
out.
Probably
the
Reigns.
bar.
Probably Reigns.
Since the
Yeah.
bar.
I
have
think
been
Reigns has
together,
kicked
it's
out
really
everybody's
kind of-
finisher, hasn't he?
Yeah, definitely Reigns.
Yeah.
Lesnar has
I can't think of anybody's who's been as protected
Red
as
Arrow.
that guy.
Red Arrow.
Yeah.
Red Arrow,
I don't
Dirty
think
Deeds,
he's
F5.
ever been kicked out.
And like he
of.
never eat well, apart from Survivor Series, he never eats pins either, does he? It's always Cesaro that's getting
That's
pinned
true.
or whatever.
Mm.
Like Sheamus never eats a pin
Mm. That's true. That's true.
What match
in
was
tag matches. I might be wrong, but I'm just like
Oh,
from
main event. Yeah, well, the title
memory.
match.
Yeah.
Right, so moving on.
To War Games.
Yeah, because we did trickle into
War
the
Games.
next night, so we'll just stay on the Saturday night.
Stay on topic.
So
We'll
yeah,
try.
War Games. The
Awesome.
namesake.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Loved it.
I thought it was interesting how they had it set up because they had all of the members on display. Take that as you want. That
I don't
sounded
know.
so much dirtier as I was saying it.
Rivers, anything
That
to
sounds
say?
erotic.
Yeah.
Members
Yeah,
on the
sounds
right.
good. They had all of the teams,
go watch this now.
all of the participants in cages, in shark cages on the stage,
Yeah.
instead of them being in the back and then running out. And I thought it was unusual as well the fact that they changed the format to what they normally did, which was one member,
Yeah.
one team, like member per time limit. But I thought it was really good the way that they told this story, the way that they just introduced characters and the dynamic, and at the end of the day, there was 9 people at one point in one ring and 2 refs and the cameraman. So you're like, where the fuck do you put this massive carnage?
Mm.
It were I haven't been so enthralled by a tag team match like that in quite some time. That was absolutely
So throughout the
awesome.
pay-per-view, did they have 2 rings side by side?
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
entire
Yeah,
pay-per-view?
but
Yeah.
each match would take place in just
like
one of the rings.
One of the rings. One of
They
the
swapped, though, didn't they? The
They
first
did.
match was in one ring, the second
Yeah.
was in the other
They
ring.
did,
and they kept
yeah.
swapped, yeah.
No, that's
Kept
cool.
doing that.
That's
And I think they made a point as well of showcasing like just how much space there was, because which was the first member of the Undisputed Era to come in.
It was Adam Cole.
And of course,
Right,
started.
didn't Cole went to the second ring, the
Mhm.
furthest away from the door.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Because
then
Young
the
came in
others-
first, didn't he? And he was in the
Yeah, then there was
first
then
ring.
it was Young and
Strong.
Strong.
Young,
Yeah.
Cole, Strong.
Also, how fucking cool was it that Strong was wearing the same garb?
Yes,
Oh,
I was hoping
yes.
that.
As
I was
Authors of Pain.
hoping that. Because when they
was
came out, I
really
thought,
cool.
ah, Strong's come out with his own music. And then they
Yeah.
turned around and he came out like that.
And I
Oh,
understand.
was he wearing all like the swap?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the camo and everything. And I'll tell you the reason why. When there's 9 people in a fucking ring that's surrounded by a cage, how the fuck are you meant to look into that ring and go, oh, that's so-and-so, that's so-and-so?
Yeah.
So all the Undisputed Era were in the simple jocks, the
Yeah.
simple, like, tighty whitey shorts. All of the Authors of Pain were in the camo with the black
Mhm.
vests. And all of Sanity were in their usual garbs, apart from Eric Young, who was deliberately set himself aside with the
Yeah.
with the tighty blues.
Yeah.
But yeah, it made it so much clearer to see who was doing what on who. Again, now that Rivers has mentioned this, I can't help but realise how erotic the things I'm saying is. God damn you, Rivers.
Tonight we are X-rated.
Well, again, we're talking about oiled up men rolling around on the floor with other oiled up men. So
And we all love that for some
Yeah.
reason.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
We're all in love with this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought the pacing and the timing was right. It was almost as if it was all pre-planned.
Yeah.
But not.
No, of course not.
NXT know how to put a show on.
Yeah, there was always going to be a worry, especially because this particular format of War Games with 3 teams instead of just 2, it was the worst received because it was the most garbage. But that was back in the early 90s. It was when, most people just walk and brawl.
Yeah.
Because it's a gimmick match, so you just walk and brawl in the ring and nobody really cared. You have 9 incredibly talented competitors, all with varying degrees of talent and skill, but have their own benefits. You had these big guys that were able to pull off fucking awesome spots like that, the Super Collider over the ropes, and when the Authors of Pain were just launching people from one ring to the next, and then you had the smaller guys with
the rings right next to each other.
They're
about a foot between.
About a foot between.
Yeah, 2 foot between. Because they even tried to, was it?
Any crazy spots like people jumping off cages through?
Oh
cages
yeah, we had plenty of that.
Superplex
Superplex off the top.
Yeah.
There was a double Tower of Doom with all 9 people in the middle between the 2 rings. It looked as though both Authors of Pain were going to suplex. Was it Adam Cole from the middle? And he was going to land on the steel plate that conjoined the 2 rings. But then they turned it into this ginormous Tower of Doom across both rings, and it was, oh fuck, everyone is laid out.
Right.
It's just introducing weapons.
Yeah.
Killian Dane
He looked awesome.
Fuck, man, everybody looked awesome, but that got all of Sanity. All of Sanity. What's the other guy? The German guy.
Wolf.
Alexander Wolf.
Killian
he was on a tirade.
Killian Dane. He's the English guy.
Irish guy. He
is
was Big Damo.
Right. Big Damo, that's the one. Yeah.
He looked amazing.
My
only disappointment with it was I was really hoping Strong would join the Undisputed Era at the end.
Yeah.
I really thought that was going to happen. I was a bit disappointed that it didn't.
Yeah.
I still think there's a chance he might at some point. I was just hoping it'd be there.
Yeah.
Have him as a 4.
Well, it was. I felt like they did a good job as well of teasing dissension between the Authors of Pain and Strong, because, like they said, they're only teaming up because they have a common enemy. They don't have to get along with each other.
Yeah.
Which I thought was good, and I like the fact that it was Strong that represented that team at first, and left the Authors of Pain, the 2 fucking powerhouses, in the cage on the ramp, and then once then, they've been picked, right, okay, it's like letting 2 rhinos loose in a fucking,
and that's what happened.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and then next thing we know, it's just fucking chaos. It was absolutely awesome.
Great, wasn't it?
They orchestrated that down to a T. It was fucking fantastic. Well worth watching if you didn't catch it.
And the right guys won.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you couldn't have anybody else but them win.
We all chose Undisputed Era, right?
Must be right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all knew.
Yeah, well, the heels have got to go over first and build heat, and then,
Yeah,
that's it. Get the comeuppance to get the receipt.
Exactly.
That's it. I mean, and it
because
was
you know they're going to get the receipt eventually.
Oh
it's
yeah,
NXT.
Of course
it was.
It's a pro wrestling show. They
Yeah,
always
the
pay
best.
off
It
their
was.
stories,
Yeah.
For me, it was akin to the Kurt Angle winning the 6-man Armageddon Hell in a Cell. It was. Everyone has been battered within an inch of their lives. They are the smallest guys. They've been thrown around all match. They shouldn't win. Oh no, wait, they won. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck? But it's because, oh no, heat magnets. Fucking get the titles on them.
They'll get them. O'Reilly and Fish will be the next NXT Tag Team
I
Champion.
hope so.
Easily, without a doubt.
I hope so.
Is Alan Master transitional champion? Or is he going to get a run?
For Cole.
I think all 3 of them are going to have the belts at some point. I think
With a name like the Undisputed Era.
they're going to take over
that
NXT.
that is so...
Or do you think Strong will get the title and then he'll
Then
drop
lose it to Cole, maybe. That could... Yeah.
Right.
And then Gargano comes up and...
Yeah.
Oh,
Right, I'm going to predict...
I love Gargano.
With a name like Undisputed Era, the pay-per-view after... Well, it doesn't even need to be the pay-per-view after, because it might happen on a house show, it might happen on a regular NXT show. If Cole wins and becomes the champion, and the other 2 guys become the tag champions, and they hold all the gold, the next takeover will be called Undisputed.
Yeah.
After them, because they're running the show.
I like that.
They're the ones that
It
have
makes
got
sense.
all the gold.
That sounds like a takeover name.
It does.
Yeah, I like that.
I think Cole gets it at Mania weekend.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
It sounds about the right amount of time.
4 months away.
Yeah. And gives Almas a nice little reign. Because they don't usually tend to transition the NXT title. It means something.
Yeah.
What could be the point in hot shotting the NXT title? So I think he keeps it for a while and loses it to Cole in maybe a multi-man match, or unless Almas is faced by then, who knows?
What I worry about is we've got 2 white meat baby faces in Gargano and Roderick Strong.
Both chasing.
So we need to differentiate these guys a little bit because they're both kind of similar heights. They both kind of look a bit similar. They're both kind of like that Daniel Bryan kind of sympathetic babyface thing going on. So
I'm strong to join the Undisputed Era.
Did Gargano hasn't had his retribution against
Ciampa?
No, he's
That's Mania weekend too.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Oh, God.
Ciampa's due back around March
Holy
time.
fuck!
I can't wait for that.
Yeah, that when that kicks off, so that he could run interference until then. Like, not even be involved in the match.
We
he can
called
be
this,
leading
didn't we,
with
on one of the first
instructions,
podcasts? We said that Ciampa won't actually be back. He'll cost Gargano the matches by distraction.
That'd be great, like a little bit of fantasy booking, like, you know, Gargano's going for the title, you know.
Ciampa comes in,
back,
screws him.
Yeah.
Leads up
Just
to
to
Mania
add,
weekend.
just to remind everybody that like what he did.
Well, he's due back for February, March time.
Perfect.
If that's in ring, it'd be really cool if he came out to the NXT that'll be happening over Royal Rumble weekend. If he's involved in a multi-man match, Gargano that is, and Ciampa's music plays and he walks out of the ramp and everyone's like, holy fuck, he's back, and obviously Johnny, you know, ever the fucking prime seller and babyface, eats a pin, eats a roll up, or gets hit with a super kick or something in it, and it takes him out of the ring, and then he spends, you know, like after that he fucking goes to chase after Ciampa and can't catch him, and it's, it'd be an interesting way of doing it, because that way you also get to have Ciampa on TV.
Yeah.
Maybe repackaged with a new gimmick now that he's turned heel, like he comes out in a suit or something that'll help to just remind people, oh, he's not the same guy.
Unless you're thinking, mate.
Which would be quite interesting.
Triple H, if you're listening, and we know you are because you download this podcast,
Yes.
get James on NXT Creative.
Boom.
Let's do this shit. Should we move on to Survivor Series then?
Yeah, sure.
I remember just dying to get to the main event, aren't you?
I don't know.
Right, so where do we start?
Well, the opening match.
First of all, like when they first announced Survivor Series and all the matches, it just looked like absolute shit. And then, like in the last couple of weeks, they changed it up. And then all of a sudden, I was just like, "Oh my god, I'm really, really excited!"
I was so excited.
So I was just, couldn't, you know, when I was watching, I couldn't wait, you know. And then I just felt like somebody took a shit right on my chest. You know?
Hey, people pay
without even asking nicely.
Yeah,
you know?
that's it.
But
we'll get to that point.
But but there you go. That's my thoughts. I thought it was kind of pretty much a big pile of shit for me. So.
I feel it's worth mentioning only because everybody else has mentioned it and it's hella funny. The Cruiserweight title match we don't really care about, very predictable, but Kalisto botched his fucking entrance.
Oh my god.
He managed to salvage it. He managed to salvage it, to be completely fair to him, but he got hung up on the ropes as he was doing his trampoline entrance.
As he jumps over, he landed on the top rope and bounced there for a few seconds.
but then he managed to flip it back over and like recovered.
This little.
I don't watch the pre-show.
So he did manage to save it.
Yeah.
But that circulated. That was turned into GIFs. That was posted on Twitter.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was.
An Enzo one.
Yeah, predictable. Outcome is predictable.
We called Enzo, didn't we?
We all called Enzo.
Yeah.
He's gonna have that belt for a while now. It's at least Mania.
Hideo Itami's taken off.
He is, because he's been announced to be joining 205 Live.
Oh, I'm up for that.
Yeah.
Nice glass ceiling for him to get caught in.
Yeah.
At least he'll have a belt.
Yeah, at least he'll have a belt.
Yeah.
We'll call him
And
Hideo.
anyway, they've got Shinsuke Nakamura.
Lose the Itami. Call him Hideo.
Hideo, they don't need Hideo, they've got Shinsuke. So, yeah.
Why have everybody got second names?
Let's be fair. Let's be honest.
Just Hideo.
So...
Can he take a spear?
Yeah. So, opening match, The Shield versus The New Day.
Good match.
I really enjoyed it.
I did towards the end, but I don't think it was.
It was decent.
It was
Yeah.
decent.
I'm not. Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't shit by any means, but it wasn't amazing. You know, it was decent. It wasn't the Shield versus the Wyatts a couple of years back.
No,
this was a dream match for a lot of people.
But yeah, it was a decent match. Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Thoroughly decent.
Because I enjoy The New Day. Because I think they are absolutely fucking fantastic. And I thought The Shield underdelivered for many reasons. Why, despite the fact that they're a stable, does Roman Reigns not have to dress the same as the other two guys?
I thought that.
I fucking hate that.
Yeah, makes
And
sense.
as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, if Roman Reigns doesn't have to wear the Raw stuff, I bet John Cena doesn't have to wear the SmackDown stuff.
He didn't, did he?
Surprise!
Of course he fucking did it, because he's got merch to sell.
It's Black Friday soon.
It fucking is. Yeah.
That was Velveteen Dream's original name. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm here all week.
You're on fire tonight.
I am on fire.
I'm on fire.
It's,
I think it was an easy outcome as well.
Yeah, it was a decent match. Yeah, but they couldn't. Oh yeah, obviously.
We all knew
Shield were going to win. Obviously,
Yeah.
We all knew it was going to win.
I mean, they
I am surprised that Roman didn't get the pin though.
Yeah, they were able to suspend my disbelief. Big E picked up Seth and Dean and planted both of them, and I was like, oh, they've just fucking absolutely decimated Reigns outside with super kicks and thrown him into the stairs. There's no way he could possibly. Oh no, wait, there's a Superman punch.
Of course he can.
Of course he can, because
out
the
too.
man is invincible. The man had his arms ready at one, just like fucking Ultimate Warrior does, and threw him across the ring. It was so fucking irritating.
Wait till we get to Raw.
Yeah, but for the most part, I thought the way that they bigged up the Shield, the way that all three members are world champions, they're top tier talent, they're for the most part, are all three members as of Monday Grand Slam champions?
No,
No.
Triple Crown.
Triple
Rollins,
Crown
yeah.
champions. Sorry.
Rollins hasn't won
Grand
the
Slam
IC
is the
yet.
fourth.
Yeah.
That's
Is
it,
the
yeah.
fourth title. Triple Crown.
These-
is
Ambrose
still-
and Reigns are.
It's still fucking an impressive feat, and they only mention that again because of Raw.
Yeah.
But you've got three world champions, and they went against arguably the best tag team in the Feds.
Well, I don't know about that.
Mm.
Well, that's it. Well, that's it.
Wait,
Again,
who are you saying the best tag team is? The New Day?
yes,
The Usos want to have a word with you about that.
of course they do. Of course they do.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah, I thought the New Day absolutely fucking were fantastic. And I think the reason why I enjoy the New Day so much is because you have a genuine. They augment each other's styles so well. They're able to adapt and they cover all bases. It's not the Shield. Seth does the flying thing every now and again, but for the most part, none of them do top rope stuff apart from. Oh, look, I did a splash to the
an
outside.
triangle.
You know, it's. They've got very basic movesets apart from their finishing move. The New Day have genuinely interesting signature moves that make you enthralled to watch them. When they do the Unicorn Stampede, it always fucking cheers me up because it's such a fantastic way to get heat as a heel, but get the fans cheering when you're a face. It's one of those unusual universal moves that just works for them and can only happen when you're a three-man team. Stuff like that. Little stuff like that, I just think they're absolutely fantastic.
Oh,
And
they
yet
are
again,
awesome.
and
They
yet
are
again,
awesome.
because he always fucking does it, my heart went in my mouth when Big E did the fucking spear through the ropes
my
and
God.
almost broke his neck, because he always fucking does that. I know you're a thick dude with 3 C's, but don't botch your fucking neck, man, because you're too good. I'm terrified.
I'm also sick of like the quote unquote heavyweights doing dives through the ropes anyway.
Yeah, I
Can
think.
you knock
think,
that guy like Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins? They both do that little dive through the middle.
Yeah.
Of the rope.
Yeah.
I'm like, can you knock that shit off and
The
just leave that
jumping push.
to?
Everybody,
Yeah,
that's
it's
it.
not dive.
That's it.
Yeah.
Everybody does it, and when Biggie does it, you're
Yeah.
like, he is just a large mass
Yeah.
that is taking you down. Like it's not. I'm gonna dive through the ropes and then push you.
You're a big
It's-
guy. You don't need to dive through the
it's-
ropes.
He
No.
doesn't.
You know,
he doesn't. But it's the fact that they're on the ropes and he spears them through
That
it,
makes sense.
which is a genuinely terrifying prospect. Big E at that point reminds me of Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Because when Samoa Joe was in TNA and he was competing for the X Division title, he was doing he's doing corkscrews over the top rope. How can a big guy like that do moves like that? Big E isn't as agile, but dude is hitting you with a genuinely painful move.
So you're talking about TNA back in 2006-7 time, right?
Yeah, 2005,
God, it was
2006.
so good then. It was
Oh,
so good.
Yeah, it was.
Those
It
were
was
the
so good.
days.
10 years, man.
Imagine if we did this podcast during the fucking
Yeah.
2005-6
Yeah.
era.
It's such a good.
Yeah,
Now they have a different
I
name
know,
every
yeah.
week.
It's crazy because I kind of gave up on WWE about 2005, and I watched loads of TNA for like up until about Hulk Hogan coming into it. you know.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, oh, no.
You got off at the
Yeah.
right point.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah. So
Let's
yeah,
get off at this
I'm
stuff.
out, you know, because
Whoa.
mainly for the X Division stuff was just blowing my mind.
Oh, God, yeah.
This is the Hulkamaniac podcast, right?
Not for me, man. He blocked me.
Nah,
remember?
sorry,
Callum's
dude.
blocked by Hulk
Yeah,
Hogan on
it
Twitter.
is, yeah.
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 I still want to know why.
Well, we'll never know.
Maybe,
Is Hulk
maybe-
Hogan still blocked by WWE by any chance?
God knows.
I'm sure they'll be shilling his match soon enough.
Oh, he'll be back. He'll be
Yeah.
back. What a second match.
Anyway, fuck that guy.
Yeah, so
Help me out with you.
we're all in agreement. It was a good match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfectly decent match. It would have been a great.
perfectly
It would have been a great
sensible.
main event on Raw. You know,
Was it
yeah.
the
Yes.
women's match?
Yeah. Or a B show.
Yeah.
Yes, it was the women. It was
Perfectly
the
decent
women's
match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no complaints
Yeah.
really. you know.
Raw SmackDown
Women's 5-on-5.
which
Was that the one? It was. Yeah, that was the one that started with Stephanie McMahon in a backstage vignette,
yeah.
bigging everybody up, actually getting the girls over.
Yeah.
Holy shit! And then Alicia Fox got incredibly excited and threw her weird headdress off,
Yes.
which was odd. And then she realised that
Was she getting him over though? It kind of sounded like she was talking him down. To
Yeah,
me,
I thought that.
Really?
Yeah.
She was dressing him
I
down.
thought she was
Yeah,
dressing him
yeah,
down.
yeah,
I
yeah.
thought she was saying, "Oh, I know it's a big match for you girls, but don't forget, I'm the most important woman here."
Yeah.
I didn't get that impression.
No,
But
yeah.
well, then again, I feel like maybe she was bigging up Asuka.
Yeah.
Probably. And we knew how that was going to work out.
Oh, yeah.
We knew what was going to happen.
Of course we did.
Quite honestly, though, I think they could have done more with Asuka. I think that she could have been just booting everybody's head off.
Yeah.
Even her
Yeah.
own teammates, you know, just
Yeah.
just kicking everybody in, you know.
I wasn't happy with Becky Lynch going so quick though.
Oh
yeah,
no.
because she was the SmackDown
Becky's my
women's.
Oh,
She
Becky
was
Lynch
the
is amazing.
Oh.
she was the team leader, wasn't she?
She was.
Becky.
Oh,
And then,
Yeah,
and
she
then
was.
boom, that happened.
I need Becky Lynch on my TV all the time.
Probably the best worker there as well. And they just trick
Yeah.
her out. Trick her out,
I
you know?
think Becky's really good.
Yeah.
Really, really good. And she's got that fucking. She goes on about straight fire. She's got that fucking fire on Twitter as well, like proper calling
Oh, she
people
does.
out.
Oh, yeah,
I
she
will
does.
break your fucking arm.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
She
ooh,
does.
ooh,
Oh, she
keep
does.
that up, love.
Yeah.
Loving it.
Amazing.
Have
Yeah.
some of that.
Did we agree
my
with
girl.
the result?
I think we all said Raw because you
Yeah.
weren't going to lose with Asuka on your team.
No, that's it.
I think I said Raw as well.
I think we all
what
said
would you have
Raw.
said?
Well, I wasn't here for the predictions, but I thought it would be Asuka by herself.
Yeah.
And, you know, last woman standing.
Sole
kind of
survivor.
thing.
Really
Yeah.
get that over, yeah.
Good match though.
It was a good match. Yeah.
I wonder who will eventually beat Asuka.
Was it a good match? I don't
It was
know.
alright.
I thought it was.
There
Yeah.
was,
It wasn't
there was a lot
bad.
of botches, man. A lot
There was
of
a lot.
botches.
Alicia
A lot of
Fox
botches.
needs to go back to
Yeah.
developmental. I think.
She just needs to be
No.
let go, man. She
Not
just
my
let go.
sweet.
What has she been
Alicia
going? She's been there
Fox.
10 years
Oh,
now.
God,
What has she done?
restart, yeah.
Just let her go, man. Just
She's got a t-shirt now.
trim the fat.
Bruce,
Oh, she's got a
Bruce
t-shirt.
Pritchard always says she was really good, and then the bell rung.
Yeah,
You know, and she just clearly doesn't have a clue in the ring.
she was getting the bell rung. I don't care what
She-
you do in your
she's-
bedroom,
she's-
Jamie, at night. So Alicia Fox pictures.
Strong
Okay.
disagree.
Yeah.
All right. No,
You know what I start with in
Yeah,
the
it's,
bedroom.
you know, I bet she's got an amazing blood hole.
Exactly.
You know, right then.
It's the first place
Jesus
to go
Christ,
to.
Jesus
I love
wept.
Alicia.
Yeah, nah,
She is
she's a
fucking
shitty
champion.
wrestler. She looks great, but she's a shitty wrestler. So,
Great character.
you know.
Yeah, great character.
I
That's
thought-
half the
yeah,
battle.
But shit
I
wrestler.
thought personally, I thought the match was full of botches, and it was
was,
pretty lousy.
but-
Really. So as a
Um,
whole, it's pretty lousy.
The next one was the shocker. Corbin beating Miz.
Yeah, we all said Miz, didn't we?
Yeah, well,
Seemed like a surefire thing. Miz defending his pregnant wife. You know,
women in
with
appearance.
What's the deal with Baron Corbin?
Exactly.
What do people see in him?
I love the guy.
Because
I'm a fan.
he's not good in the ring. He's not good at cutting promos.
That's your opinion.
He's looking. He's balding. He's got shitty tattoos. He wears a t-shirt to the ring. Nice attire, you fucking douche.
He's,
Like, what the fuck?
I like him.
I love
When you think of like all of the wrestlers have got over all these rosters, and they've got too many goddamn wrestlers across the rosters.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I'll give
and
you
you're
that.
thinking,
The amount of talent. Why are they?
Corbin the champion?
Why are they really attaching their their card to this guy?
Yeah.
I like him.
I thought. Yeah.
I think
What
this
is it?
whole
It's-
lone wolf character, he doesn't like. He's all about the money. He doesn't give a shit what
It's
anyone
crap.
thinks.
He's like a shitty version of Aleister Black. Baron Corbin is. He's all dressed in black, all fucking emo and shit, kind of like gothic thing going on. And he's just shit.
But their
Aleister
ring
Black's
styles
like-
are different.
yeah.
though.
He took apart the Miz-Taraj.
That's what I mean, yeah, the styles are different. Like
Yeah.
Aleister Black's
Yeah.
amazing and
Took
Baron
him
Corbin's shit. Yeah.
Good
You know?
shit.
So,
That's
yeah.
that's the spectrum.
His finish is good.
Do you know?
Yeah, it's
I
good,
will
yeah,
give him
it's
that.
fine,
He's the fucking deep six and the
It's the end of
Bad
the
Deep
day.
End of
Six,
days.
yeah.
those are two fucking mortifying moves. Certainly don't want to be on the receiving end of any.
He
of
wears
them.
the same trousers as Braun Strowman as well.
Yeah, he does.
He
He
does,
does.
yeah.
Yeah, the old patchwork. Oh,
Yeah.
the Bludgeon Brothers as well.
Yeah.
They're all in a club together. I reckon.
Can we fire the
I'd
costume
like that
designers?
stable,
Yeah.
actually.
The
But
fucking
Corbin-
Bludgeon Brothers.
Braun and the Bludgeons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't even thought of a better fucking name.
Oh, stop sulking. What
I
else
like
would you
the
call them?
Bludgeon Brothers.
They're not with Wyatt anymore. They had to.
They
have a
shouldn't be
different
together.
name.
Harper should be solo, going single.
Well, yeah, but
The
this
main
is the
event's
best that we're
straightforward,
getting.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
this is the best that we're going to get until Harper can break off.
Yeah, I
He
suppose.
can pull Rowan up.
Yeah.
Rowan's not bad,
I guess so.
but that's
yeah.
it.
They do need more tag teams on SmackDown as well.
Yeah,
So,
I think it's
And the
interesting
name's
now that
so bad it works.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
That's Vince again.
It's so
The,
calm.
the Bludgeon Brothers.
They'll come out with hammers.
Yeah.
the Bulging Brothers.
Oh,
You gotta
yeah.
call it that.
How well can they take a spear? Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Was it a good match? I don't know. Was it?
It was okay.
It was better than it had any right to be.
Apparently, the Miz has got to make a movie, isn't he? As
Yes.
well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll explain Monday.
Yeah,
we could have put it on somebody else.
Yeah.
You know.
But yeah, nah, fuck.
I find
fuck, whatever the fuck his name is.
Corbin.
Fucking emo.
yeah,
Shit,
yeah, Baron Corbin.
Balding emo. Yeah,
I'm
Balding emo.
Yeah.
His new nickname.
You know, for the most part, I do agree with you, Rivers, but I do think this is two big moves almost shift the scales. Like, they're too fucking good, and he wouldn't get away with it if he wasn't as tall as he was, because they actually seem like they've got some fucking weight to him. Because he is literally lifting the Miz up by like several feet.
He's 6'8", isn't he? As well.
In order to do like the end of days.
I'll tell you what.
Fuck. Fair enough.
He's huge. I went to NXT a few years ago, and I was front row ringside, and he walked past us. He's fucking massive.
Yeah.
He's huge.
When I saw SmackDown in Sheffield, it was the same thing. I was a couple of rows back.
He's
from the front.
huge, isn't he?
He is a fucking
He'd
tall
have
man.
Yeah.
16 inches on you, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hang on a minute.
You're 5'6".
He's 6'8".
5 in a peanut.
Fuck off, 13 inches. You
Oh,
dickhead.
sorry, yeah.
Give me some credit.
Every inch counts.
Oh, don't go there. Just don't.
13 inches. I've never met anyone that's 13 inches bigger than me.
Are we still talking height now?
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
What was the next match?
Oh, I'm getting confused.
Was
The
it
bar.
tag?
The
The
bar.
Bar
The Usos.
Usos, yeah.
The Bar versus the best tag team in the world right now.
Absolutely, Jamie.
The Usos are untouchable
Yeah,
at the
pretty
minute.
good.
Callum's almost squaring up to me.
That
at this point.
last minute of the match where he dives, but he tags him in,
Oh,
and he
yes.
dives over the ropes to hit
How
Cesaro.
fucking
Yeah.
good was
That's
that?
pretty tasty.
And again, it goes to show you a simple heel turn.
Simple heel turn, but now the tweeners / face again,
Yeah.
and it works. They're so much more interesting than when they were faces before.
And I feel like the mic work's improved.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's
how
almost
tandem
like they're
promos
getting
should be
bullet
done.
points and just letting go
Yeah.
what you feel.
The
And it's
whole
working.
welcome to the USO penitentiary
Yes.
thing. That's just money.
They've improved vastly.
Yeah.
I don't know if they should have, in my opinion, beaten the Bar, considering the Bar beat the Shield to get the titles.
It just means the Usos
But-
could beat the Shield.
But
Simple
then
as that.
but then it also
Yeah, but
you've got
the
the
Bar
same
didn't-
thing. But the Usos beat
The
the
Bar
New
didn't
Day
really
for
beat
the
the Shield,
for the
did it?
SmackDown
It was one of
titles.
those crappy
So-
distraction finishes.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
amazed that
the
it wasn't a
old-
distraction roll-up
Yeah.
finish. you
But
know.
I'm telling you right now,
Tertiary.
they are the best tag team on the face of this planet at the minute.
Agreed. And
Jamie's
get this,
bold
Get
claim.
this.
There you go.
You know how much I love the Young Bucks. They're better than the Young Bucks.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's from me.
It's a big one.
Yeah.
See, the Young Bucks are alright.
Well, that's another subject, isn't it?
Yeah.
For another time.
Yeah.
And that will take up a whole podcast, that.
Yeah.
We'll do
I
a
like the
special
Young
one for
Bucks,
that.
but the Usos are far superior to them.
The Bushwhackers still on the go.
They're far.
I think one
yeah.
of them died, didn't he?
No, I think it's well. I think Butch is
Just
pretty
both,
bad.
like
at the
in
minute,
his
yeah.
70s or something.
Yeah.
Old boys.
I met Luke when I met Hulk Hogan. Jimmy Hart was there. And I met him, and then there was like Tugboat Luke, Lanny Poffo as well.
Oh, never.
All sort
To
of
meet the
doing like a little
juniors.
meet and greet as well. Yeah, which was pretty cool. Sadly, I couldn't afford to meet them all, so I met Jimmy Hart. But I did shake Lanny Poffo's hand on the way to the toilet.
I imagine he is the loveliest person because he seems to be.
Which one?
Lanny Poffo.
Oh, he's lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shook my hand on the way to the toilet. And he was like, "Nice to meet you. How are you?" He had that awesome like purple Macho Man t-shirt on.
Oh, the one that I have that I'm not wearing right now.
Yes.
That I absolutely fucking love.
I have that t-shirt
It's
as well.
Fucking incredible.
It is my favourite wrestling t-shirt
Yes.
that I have. It is the best t-shirt. Kev bought me that. Shout out to our friend Kev, by the way. Kev tripped me to that for taking him to a show once.
There you go.
Yeah, so it's my favourite wrestling t-shirt.
Wrestling, bringing friends together.
There we go. You see,
Despite
now
disagreements.
then forever. There we go. I thought it in like
Now
that,
then, forever.
so- Yeah. Had to get it in.
then.
Now then.
Forever.
Now then.
That's
Forever.
it.
Now then. There we go.
That's Yorkshire wrestling for you.
There we go. You see. But you did say to me that you thought it was the best match on the card,
I did, yeah.
which I will have to agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that to decide. To
Yeah,
confirm
I
whether or
don't know.
not.
Just
Yeah, I'd
get
have to
yourself
rewatch
in
it,
the
yeah.
frame
Yeah,
of
it's
mind
pretty-
that the Usos are the best tag team. And then rewatch it.
They are the best tag team and they always win.
It's good. It was a good match.
It was.
I'm amazed that, like I said, I think Sheamus is probably the luckiest wrestler out there. We just keep throwing him these bones because he should have been gone years ago.
Really?
But
You're not
by
a fan?
himself,
You're not a
by himself,
fan?
he's fucking boring, man.
But it's like they were saying he was a Triple H guy, so he got the push.
His
and-
gym buddy, with his fucking
Gym
scissor
buddies,
kick
yes,
and
yeah.
and just
They were
for
gym
years
buddies.
of just throwing him,
not
He's
what you know,
going
it's who
over
you know,
everybody,
man.
yeah.
Well,
That's,
he's doing the best work that he's done in years.
Exactly.
with
Yeah. He's actually
Cesaro.
kind of likable,
Oh yeah,
With the
he's a
landlord
and that's
guy.
because he's with Cesaro, who's amazing.
fucking
So, yeah.
absolute.
They bring the
gold.
best out of
Yeah.
each other.
Oh god, yeah.
I think it's amazing how Cesaro does all this and manages to run a pub.
Oh no,
You
yeah.
know.
He looks just like, well, he is. He looks just like the landlord from Gardener's Arms.
Yes.
Have you ever seen him, James?
No.
The landlord at Gardener's Arms is the
Is
spit
Cesaro.
of Cesaro.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah,
That's
it's same
fantastic
height,
news.
same beard, same build.
Gardner's is our
Missing,
logo,
missing
by
his
the way.
teeth.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Always
Yeah.
has a gum shield.
Yeah.
Oh, nice,
He
nice.
does look so much like him.
It's uncanny.
It's ridiculous.
So I like to think that Cesaro has like a little job on the side, you know.
Yeah, landlord at Gardner's.
Yeah, well, I'm all right with that.
I'm okay with that. We'll get a selfie next time we're going.
Yeah.
Nice.
What was the next match?
Charlotte, Alexa. What was that then?
Did not enjoy this match.
It's too long.
It went too long.
Yeah.
Really too long.
18 minutes.
18 minutes. Really?
Is that how long it
Really?
was?
Yeah,
18 minutes.
18 minutes. Man.
Yeah.
See, I got this one wrong.
You said Alexa.
I said Alexa. I think I was going to go with Charlotte and I changed to Alexa.
You did. Because we went with Charlotte.
Yeah,
Yeah, I picked Charlotte.
yeah. So we don't have much to say about that match, do we?
All 18 minutes worth of
Yeah.
paragraph.
Yeah, it was. It's a slog. The two great workers, but you've already. This pay-per-view was long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why it went as long as it did, because they had to fill that time. They had to fill that time.
Yeah. It's true.
So-
It was a good match, but I wasn't overly enthralled by it, shall we say?
Yeah. Good workers, just didn't have much chemistry.
Yeah. And I think the outcome pretty much told you who was winning the next match.
It did. I hate it as a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
When you're watching the card and you're like, okay, so this guy's won, this guy's won.
Mm.
You can kind of tell how the main
But they
event's
kept
gonna go.
reminding you about putting up that little board, like
Yeah.
SmackDown.
Yeah.
This
So
minute.
as soon as it
Oh,
went
yeah.
to that, it was like, yeah, so we all know Lesnar's beating Styles.
Oh, so they're all
Which we
headed-
knew
Oh,
anyway.
yeah.
We knew
yeah,
anyway.
Yeah.
But onto that match, I thought it was a fucking brilliant match. That for me rivaled the Bar and the Usos. for
What
match
a
of the
fight
night.
that was. What
You
a
know,
fight.
Yeah.
And AJ gained Lesnar's respect,
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
time.
And
He's
when the thing is, the difference between that match and then the rest of them is like when I was watching that, I felt like it was two guys having a fight,
Yeah,
and not like people going,
Yeah.
"Okay, here's this spot. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the power bomb. Here's
That's-
this bit."
That's
you know,
the thing with Lesnar. I think him going, he was always like an out and out amateur wrestler. That was
Yeah.
his style.
Yeah.
But when he went to the UFC, it was like, right, I only know how to fight, so you have to work around me.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
if I punch and you get hit, that's your fault because you didn't take it properly.
Yeah.
So when he was dancing around with AJ, obviously when it comes to the standing stuff, Lesnar's going to crush him.
yeah.
But it's that
And
fucking
I-
jumping jack ability of AJ. Oh, the Pele
speed
kick.
and the quickness. And
Yeah,
the,
the fucking dancing around on the
the
ropes. and-
pitbull attitude,
Lesnar,
of like chopping a tree down.
yeah,
Yeah,
fucking
Styles looked
fantastic.
It was,
Styles looked good.
It was a good story.
But me and Callum were saying as
And-
well, weren't we?
Yeah, yeah.
How good of a seller is Lesnar?
Yeah, oh yeah.
He is a phenomenal seller.
And it's not really too often that you see Lesnar motivated to actually,
Exactly.
you know.
You said this, didn't you?
Because
Yeah.
he usually turns it for 5 minutes, just
Yeah.
a bunch
Phones
of German
in,
suplexes.
yeah.
you know,
Going on.
That was
Yeah,
quite a
yeah,
long
yeah,
match for
yeah.
him, wasn't it?
Oh fucking hell yeah.
Yeah.
He
I
was-
noticed that watching it. I was
Yeah.
like, this is going long.
He
for
gets
us,
paid
isn't
by
it?
the minute.
The
Yeah.
calf crusher when he was like screaming
He
his head off,
actually
and
looked
then
like
he
he was
grabs
fucking
AJ's
pissed.
head,
That
just
was-
slamming it
oh.
into the
Do
like
you know
that,
what
you
it
know.
reminded me of?
Toy Story?
You watched, yeah.
Because
so
that was
Yeah.
something that
Uh,
came out of it.
Game of Thrones, the Viper versus the Mountain.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
AJ had the speed like Oberyn.
Yeah.
Brock was the Mountain, and the speed was killing him at the start.
Yeah.
He had his moment to finally finish him, fucked up, and then he got his head slammed into
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
floor.
yeah.
That was
And then he just
fantastic.
picked him apart. I thought, fucking hell.
And that's it as well. I knew that AJ wasn't going to take an F5 so easily, and it took multiple attempts on the shoulders, flipping out, slipping off of it, rolling
Yeah,
up into
wriggling.
the
Well, the
calf.
commentator picked up on that as well, which was good.
Yeah, he knew he had that urgency.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the SmackDown champion. He's the WWE champion.
Mhm.
He's got the wherewithal. He's got the ring knowledge. He knows Lesnar enough from watching him to slip out and all this stuff, and just picking up how great AJ is, which he doesn't
is,
need
yeah.
beating up.
AJ is
No.
the best, man. There's nobody in that company that deserves to be wearing that title more than him.
Oh,
Till
absolutely.
Jinder
He's
gets
just-
it back.
Oh, yeah.
He's just,
Yeah.
he's just the best, man.
Callum's a Jinder guy.
Well, Jinder's would be a perfectly
What are
decent
Jinder fans
mid-card
called? Is it
wrestler.
Jinderholics or Jinder...
Jinderholics.
What are they?
Jinder. gender fags. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Gender neutral.
yeah, gender neutral. Yeah.
I'll think of a name.
Do you know?
Genderers? I don't know.
Right, he's got a great look, and I actually quite like the Colossus as a move. And I think if he were to go against AJ and he was to win the title back, if he hit him with a top rope Colossus, if he reversed a superplex into a top rope Colossus, that would be fucking amazing. That would be such a good spot, because it's basically a modified chokeslam.
Yeah.
And he's a big guy. Jinder's a big guy.
The Colossus, isn't it like the $1 Million Dream? But then
it's
lifts
a
him up,
Cobra
isn't
Clutch
it?
bomb.
Yeah.
Pick up with the arm wraps and then up.
Technically,
Slam.
no one's kicked out of it yet. AJ got his foot on the rope,
True.
and
So
Jinder has grown
Oh,
up with it,
can
I
we
will
stop
admit.
with the gender? This is, for fuck's sake.
He has grown up.
Oh, come on, man, you know?
Jinder.
If they put the title back on him,
Oh, they will.
AJ,
Well,
it's
they've
just- that's
changed.
just
They will,
insane.
Again, like just
AJ should now carry this thing till Mania, and
Leading-
Nakamura
they should
styles.
start like doctoring Nakamura to make him look
Keep
like
it warm for Jinder.
Nakamura to
have
win
their
the
own
Rumble.
WrestleMania.
because they need to
WrestleMania
rehab that guy big time.
Nakamura
So-
to win the Rumble.
They've actually
Jinder to win the Rumble.
They've really-
Jesus.
just leaning into SmackDown. They have actually started to slightly repackage Jinder, like he's more focused and he actually has direction instead of going, I am Asian, that is my gimmick.
Yeah.
He actually has a fucking reason to be heel and to be chasing the title.
Mhm.
We'll get on that further with the SmackDown recap, but for the most part, yeah, I'm interested to see where it goes. Lesnar, we all agree, is a fucking incredible seller, and it's because when he's getting legitimately hit, he will react like he's getting fucking hit, because that's what he does. And when he knows a move's meant to be fucking devastating, he will react as such.
Yeah.
He's like, he reminds me, he sells like William Regal. I've said it a couple of
Yeah,
times before.
Regal
William
was
Regal is a fucking proper brawler. And when he was having his feuds with Edge and Jericho in like 2000, 2001, he was putting on fucking money matches for the IC title, because when he was taking drop kicks, he wasn't going, oh, flat back bump. He was getting hit in the shoulder and being pushed across the ring. When he was getting put in holds, he looked like he was going to fucking cry. His face just crunched up and turned red.
Oh, yeah.
And he was pale, so when he got chest chopped, he just turned into a beetroot. Everything about the man was fucking gold, and I'm so happy that he's still involved with the company and like being the NXT GM.
One of the greatest to ever get the world
Future
title.
Hall of Famer.
Oh god, yeah,
Future Hall of
absolutely,
Famer.
yeah. Triple H.
But selling wise, hell yes, Regal.
yeah. So
But,
nice to see that.
As much as I like Lesnar, I think he needs to. I'm hoping that he doesn't resign after Mania. I think they need to.
I think they're trying to get him.
They need to tie that off now and end that little.
They're trying to get him to stay.
He's had 3 stints.
Yeah.
At this point.
Because I mean, what else can they do with him?
No,
You know,
that's it.
he's served his purpose. Unfortunately, it's going to be the guy that they're setting up for Reigns. You know, I could think of other people I'd rather see go up against Lesnar.
I'd maybe make him a WrestleMania attraction, like The Undertaker after this.
Undertaker,
Just
yeah.
roll him out at Mania. Doesn't have to come up for the rest of the year. Give him a nice payday for Mania. And he's
That's
the
a
guy
good
who
idea.
is the guy who ended the streak. So WrestleMania
Yeah.
is his thing now.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a good idea. I like that. I can see that.
Maybe Lesnar. You could have that as a marquee. You could maybe, if Lesnar became a free agent after Mania, and that way him and Cena could feud. Him and Cena could have a match at Mania, which would be like kind of retribution for the absolute fucking ass battery that was SummerSlam.
Yeah.
When Cena just got just torn apart.
Which is one of the most interesting matches I've ever seen, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I
Oh
watched
god,
it, I
yes.
couldn't believe it. I was like, yes, God, this is really like not cookie cutter.
Yeah.
Cena, like,
Yeah.
you can't see me. You know, that kind of stuff. I was like,
Yeah.
brilliant, yeah.
I did.
But I don't want a future of WrestleManias where they trot guys out to do bloody marquee
No,
matches. I want them to
no.
do what they did back in the day and like have actual guys that people give a shit about, and then
That's what Mania has become now. It's
Um,
marquee matches.
But they don't let anybody get over, and we'll get to that when
We'll
we
get
get to
to
the
Oh
main
god,
events.
we will.
You know?
We
So-
fucking will.
Well, would you like to talk about the main event?
Yeah, it's just like I said to you yesterday in that message, it's 2017. It's nearly 2018,
Yeah.
and Triple H is still going over everybody.
he got that diamond shovel out, didn't he?
Oh god, his
I mean-
platinum.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
I'm a Triple H guy, so I might go quiet here, but I do see.
I want your 2 cents.
No, I do agree. I do agree with what you're saying.
What purpose does it serve? Like him? Just,
No, I agree. It
him
doesn't.
being like one of the final survivors of that match. You know?
They're clearly building up to him and Strowman, aren't they? I think that was the whole purpose.
Him Angle, him Shane, him Strowman.
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah, which one? Yeah.
All three.
I get it. I get it. I get that the purpose of that match was to make Strowman look like a monster. I get that. That's good. Yeah, go for that. But you don't have to discount everybody else in the process. You know.
I get it from a strictly
And
character point of
storyline
view.
sense, I think it would have made more sense for SmackDown to win because we're all with this volatile team of
I
people
did
that
call
are feuding with each
SmackDown
other.
actually.
Yeah.
I got that.
Yeah.
I did call Owens and Zayn interfering,
Yeah.
and I
Which
thought
was
that
pointless
they
as
would
well.
have cost.
They got the fuck
They
beaten
came
out of
running
him.
out hit Shane or something. I
It was
don't
a
know.
47
Yeah,
and then he chased him off with a chair.
47-year-old Shane chases two.
It didn't play into the finish,
Yeah.
which would have been better.
Randy got eliminated, I guess, because of them, but
Yeah, but
that's it.
if you're going to do that, then why not have them come down? You know, and then Owens and
It-
Triple H, they've got a bit of
They
history
should have
together.
hit
Give them a
on
bit
with
of a
the
look
chair.
like that,
Yeah.
right, and then they start beating the crap out of Shane, and then there you
Yeah.
go.
I did mark out with Triple H and Rude.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
I've wanted to
Yeah.
see that face to face in a ring. For
Well, yeah, it's,
so
it's
many
Triple H
years.
going up against like Triple H version 2,
Junior.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I did mark out for that. It's like I've waited so long to see this.
But then
I
they didn't.
really
He didn't
did.
really do. He didn't.
No.
Look, he didn't look good against Triple H.
This, yeah,
He went to do that
He got it
taunt,
in the end.
glory.
and
got
then he
it.
just smacked him, and then he laid out
Yeah.
on the mat for like ages. you know?
Yeah.
I do
So-
see your argument with Triple H. Though. I do see that.
It was the classic example, the classic joke amongst wrestling fans of, oh, you can skip the match and just watch the last 2 minutes.
Mm.
And it is upsetting that you're meant to be really pushing this Big Four pay-per-view that has only recently, now because of the brand split, really started to embrace the whole brand supremacy and five-a-side elimination thing, because for a while no one gave a fuck.
Mhm.
I still find it hard to give a fuck, actually, because
Yeah.
some of the guys on each team were on the other brands not a month ago.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, so now all of a sudden you're SmackDown loyal to the end, to the
Bleed-
point where
you bleed
you'll
blue.
That makes
yeah,
sense.
to the point where you'll invade backstage, attack innocent people, your friends.
Mm.
When
beat
you're
the
a
fuck
face,
out of
when
them.
you're a
Yeah.
face as well.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense that. Yeah, don't
Face
make
it, yeah. The heels should be attacking the faces.
Yeah.
And that's the thing as well. I thought they missed out on a trick because there should have been a defection, not a betrayal. There should have been a defection. Somebody from either brand should have fucking helped the other and been like, "Oh,
Zayn
we are
Owens
mates. Yeah,
kinda, yeah.
we are mates
Hmm.
because we used to fucking do shit together."
Well, Triple
Like,
H
yeah.
handed the title to Kevin Owens, didn't they, on Raw?
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
So why not have Kevin Owens and him kind of give
Repay
each other a
the
look,
yeah,
and then
that's it. Yeah,
Because they
That
never
would've been
finished that
fucking
story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have battered Shane on the outside,
Yeah.
rolled him in, looked at Triple H and just nodded,
Yeah.
and then left.
Yeah.
And everyone would have been like, "What the hell? What the hell is this?"
Yeah.
And then suddenly go, "Oh no, shit! Yeah, remember Kevin Owens was a Universal Champion. He was the longest reigning Universal Champion
Mhm.
until it got taken off of him by
Because
Goldberg."
of Triple H.
Exactly. It
Yeah.
did. Oh god. Oh, it's almost as if. In fact, the longest term booking that I think the Fed have done in the past 15 years is when at the Royal Rumble, Bray Wyatt looked at Xavier Woods and Xavier Woods started shaking and acting as though he
You
was
loved
under
that,
Bray
didn't you? I
Wyatt's
remember you
spell.
saying.
Because
Yeah.
oh my god, it was a storyline that they had and it
Yes.
was interesting. And
Yeah.
then they separated for several months, and then oh look, a chance appearance, both together in the same ring. But no, I'm Bray Wyatt and I've got dominion over you. Oh, spooky shit.
That
And it
was
lasted.
cool.
It lasted 10 seconds,
Yeah.
and then it was done.
And just Shane being like the last guy in the ring as well. That kind of just sat weird.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, over Bobby Roode, who is meant to be your new guy, who's meant to be in
Like,
the main event
just
picture.
why not have like Shinsuke Nakamura? Why not have him as the last guy?
Yeah.
And he's going up against. I mean, like Triple H doesn't give a shit about being there. He just wanted to screw Shane over and then Kurt Angle. So
Yeah.
after he'd done that,
And he did both.
Yeah, he did
Yeah.
both. I know,
Yeah.
yeah. So after he did that, why didn't he just go? All right, cheers, my job's here done. You
Walk
know,
off.
and just walk off and leave. And
Yeah.
then like leave Braun Strowman and Shinsuke or something like that, and then you could have had a real competitive match, like you know.
Yeah. Fucking hell, that would have been amazing.
Nick
Because then that
Shinsuke
would have been not a million miles away from the AJ.
Yeah.
Lesnar.
I
Because then,
suppose, yeah, that'd
because
be
then
quite
it's
similar, wouldn't it? Yeah,
because
yeah.
then it's the
Yeah.
whole, as you say,
Yeah.
it's the lumberjack taking
Yeah.
down the
Yeah.
great redwood,
Yeah.
like
And
chopping
then,
down with kicks and stuff.
And then and then obviously Braun gets it in the end. And
I know you're slagging Triple H off, but you pointed earlier about how good was he selling the fear with Strowman.
Amazing.
That was Yeah, but that's the
Yeah, who cares?
punctuation. That's the punctuation, man.
He was.
Yeah,
It was a good song.
It was
Yeah, it was
good.
fine. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, good for him.
Clearly, they were getting Triple H Strowman, probably at the Rumble, maybe.
Like, but as you
Well-
say though, like, why would they drop Triple H into the middle of a thread between three people? Like, why would you set up? Oh, he got in the way of and caused Angle to be eliminated, but then he also pretended to side with Shane so that he could then eliminate him, so that he can then antagonise Braun, who then threatened him and then power slammed him. Like, what was the point in the veteran? It's the same as John Cena doing the same thing against, but he'd never do it because his face.
Was
Yeah.
John Cena in that
His
match?
heel. It was.
Or was it a cardboard cutout?
I'm going to say it was
Wow.
barely.
Because he literally didn't.
He got
nothing.
taken apart quite easily.
Yeah,
It did.
it's, you
It
know.
was.
He
It
didn't
was.
do much.
It's like,
did
yeah,
he?
I'm here. All right,
Angle
yeah,
slam,
angle slam,
coup de grace,
nothing.
angle
Yeah,
slam,
yeah,
done.
done.
Yeah.
Hey, that'll do it.
It was like, I'm here. I'll see you in a few months.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I don't want to see Kurt Angle fight Triple H. I don't want to see that match.
I think that's the
I think-
WrestleMania match you're
I
getting.
think Kurt Angle is so sluggish and beat
You
up.
said this, didn't you?
I did.
He looked horrendous.
Yeah.
I worry
Just
for
doing
Angle.
the most basic of moves. It's like it's
It
almost
was-
like he can't move his head
He
because
can't.
he's like.
Have you
this, isn't
noticed
it?
when he
Yeah.
stands in the
He's
ring as
It's
well?
like
He
he's
can't stand up
fused,
straight.
You know?
Yeah,
And
he
yeah,
is.
he's hunched over. He can
Yeah.
he's like this.
He is
you know?
literally fused. He's had
Yeah.
that much surgery
Yeah.
done on his neck. He's had his neck. What was it 4 times?
Four
5
times.
Like that, yeah.
I just think, let's
It's-
forget about him doing a Mania match. Let's
Yeah.
forget about that. You know.
Like-
Oh, no, you're getting it in Triple H.
Do the whole kid turn, heel turn thing. You know, maybe he could be like, I'm gonna, beat you up, Triple H. Beat you up. Look at me, I should be writing the dialogue for this. I'm gonna beat you up, man. And then I don't know. Yeah, and maybe he starts kicking the shit out of Triple H on a segment on Raw, and then his kid comes down. And, I don't know, whatever.
I think there's a heel turn coming for Jason.
Yeah. Well, they've got to
Yeah.
because that's the only way that he's going to ever be
Viable at all.
Yeah.
Because he gets booed out of every
Yeah,
fucking
that's it.
show.
He walks
doesn't
out and
he?
gets booed. You've got to do a new
Yeah.
day.
And they just
Yeah.
make the night after on Raw as well. He just looks piss weak. Kurt Angle, he comes out and he just stands in his Triple H's face and is like, "If you ever do that again, I'm gonna come after you." And it's like, all right, the week before he beat the shit out of your kid, and then he totally screwed you at Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Why aren't you beating
Giving
the
him one
shit
more
out of
chance,
him?
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
yeah.
that was the Attitude Era and they'd done that to Steve Austin, he would have come straight out on Raw and he would have been like after them, and he would have got over like he did because people love that.
Yeah.
People
Oh, no.
love people that don't take shit and beat the shit out.
But
of
they,
the others.
but they don't want to blow the load on why
You know.
the Triple H
Yeah.
storyline might go.
Well, no, because
God forbid.
because God forbid that Stephanie McMahon and Triple H should ever eat crow, in any time,
I'm
Have
afraid
you ever
he would-
noticed how she puts in little jabs? Like she never lets like the faces have their
No,
fucking
we were
hate
saying
it.
this before, wasn't we?
that
She never
thing
gets
she
to
had
receive.
with Daniel Bryan, where she was like, he's like, "Oh, I beat your husband at WrestleMania, like best moment of my career." She's like, the
yeah.
only moment like that, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Like-
always got to have the last word.
Not needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've had that for since the Authority formed in 2014, 13,
Yeah,
14,
13, when
it's
about-
when
sometime
he
13.
screwed Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam.
Yeah,
And we've had
13.
it for years, and she's never got a receipt.
Yeah.
Never got
Yeah.
a receipt.
But
you know?
that's what she's always
And even when
been like.
Triple H has got his receipt, the Mania when Seth beat him, what was it? It was he threw him into the ropes, whatever. She went through the table, and it was a distraction finish, like you would see on a weekly episode of Raw. Triple H going, and then he turns around into the finish. That's not Seth beating him
Yeah.
fully clean in the middle of the ring, signature move, finisher move, 1,
Yeah,
2, 3,
that's it.
beat you, I conquered you.
Yeah.
It's kind of a cheap
Oh no,
win.
you caught me off guard
Yeah.
because I'm so
Yeah.
much bigger and stronger than
Oh,
you.
if you hadn't caught, it's just
Yeah.
bullshit, man. You should be
That's it.
laying down for these guys, and he's
That's
not
it.
doing it, and it drives me insane because he's nearly 50, and it's
Yeah.
2017.
The irony is he books the guys in NXT to look strong.
Yeah.
And then he brings them up and then
And
he
then buries
Well, he's his own ego machine.
yeah.
That's
It's
it. I'm going to
just-
sprinkle fairy dust on these
I'll
guys.
call it now as well. I bet he beats Kurt Angle at WrestleMania.
Of course he will. Yeah.
I hope he don't put himself over Strowman though.
He beats everybody at WrestleMania.
No, put him against Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins can
didn't beat
injure him,
Daniel
and then,
Bryan,
and then
Yeah.
he
didn't
can
beat
retire.
Seth Rollins.
Oh well, yeah.
I'm a Triple H
Seth
guy.
Rollins was a hollow victory as far as I can see. It was a shitty booked match. you
It
know.
was. It
Daniel
was.
Bryan, that was better, but then again, that was like he went to
That was high
belly to
stakes.
back suplex. He
Flipped,
reverses
yeah.
it, turns around,
Into
so like,
the
oh,
running
and
knee,
then into
yeah.
the running knee. So it wasn't like a full on hit you with my signature.
It was
Hit you with my
Jim
finisher.
in ring.
It was,
Yeah.
you know,
Out of nowhere.
It was
it was
reverse.
out of nowhere.
reverse
It was just like I was
maneuver, it
slightly
wasn't-
better than you in that moment.
Yeah.
But only
I'm
that
amazed that he didn't kick out just after 3.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, would have got it.
Would have got it.
Oh.
You would have got it. You would have got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that what Hogan did at WrestleMania 6 Warrior?
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
yeah.
he's
Kicked
an
out just
arse.
after 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He couldn't do it. He
Yeah.
couldn't lay down for the
Just
guy.
hit me.
He couldn't.
Yeah.
Just couldn't do it. You know.
So overall, did you
Fuck
like-
Triple H overall is I think was the conclusion, right? Yeah.
I think that's your three's general.
I like
consensus.
Triple H.
I like the
just-
guy. I don't
I
get
love
it.
Triple H. Just
I'll
why?
tell you what.
Yeah, why?
I'll tell you
Why?
like you said though, he can still go. Even if
He's
he's been
fine.
in for months, he can still go. Doesn't lose a beat.
No, he's
But
And
it's
he's the
not.
same age as Kurt Angle.
But it's because he has this incredible hybrid style that he's managed to kind of. And honestly, his moveset has not fucking changed
Mm.
since when he was in WCW as fucking.
Terrorizing.
Yeah, like as fucking Jean-Paul Levesque.
Jean-Paul Levesque. And
Yeah. He is. Yeah, that slow, methodical beatdown. But he's like what 6'3", 6'4"?
6'4".
He's like 310 pounds of sheer fucking muscle. You are not, when you've got that weight coming at you, there's not much that you can do. He doesn't have to be agile. He doesn't have to be swift on his feet. He's big enough to pick people up. He's big enough that he can fucking squash people.
Mm.
He don't need to
Oh, he
worry.
does.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that.
He
yeah.
does not have to fucking worry about his moveset. It's
I just-
Kurt with his high risk stuff, breaking his neck,
Yeah.
and he'd go,
Yeah.
"Oh my fucking days!" It's Shane jumping off anything that's not fucking pinned down, jumping
Yeah.
out of helicopters like he don't fucking care. Just fucking terrifies you. And
Yeah.
It's
I thought the reign of Doom, like Triple H's reign of Doom, was over like
Yeah.
2004. You know, I
2000
thought like
oh,
we had those
Goldberg.
2 years of
Well,
fucking
of
Triple H
bicycle
on Raw.
shots.
Was
Just
you wrong?
unbelievable. And yeah, it's still going on.
like, and that's I didn't mind him being the
Boring.
antagonist for the whole authority Daniel Bryan thing, but now. It feels hollow because again we've seen it that
He
many
could be like
times.
the antagonist all the time if he got his receipt.
Yeah,
If,
because
if he got the guy over and then they finally got,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, at least Vince got his receipt.
yeah.
I think if the listeners haven't
Vince
seen
was
it
the
yet,
best heel ever. That's why, because
Yeah,
like
he always got his
he
receipt.
would do something dastardly,
He'd
and he would
pick-
either get the shit kicked out of him that night on Raw, or it'd be at least the following week.
Yeah.
He'd
You know,
get battered, he got
always-
sprayed with milk, he got
Yeah.
shit dumped on him, he
Yeah.
pissed himself live on
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah.
The man has literally done everything to make himself look like a wimp, pathetic,
Yeah.
just fucking
Getting other people to do his
Wet
dirty
flannel,
work, just
yeah.
a
Yeah.
perfect heel.
absolutely
you know?
fucking
Yeah.
fantastic, despite the
Yeah.
fact that in his 70s he is fucking bigger and more ripped than any of us.
oh yeah,
But it's because he knew the shit. He knew how to fucking do it, and it's weird. It's almost as if Triple H at this point needs to eat some humble pie.
but he books NXT so well.
And that's the thing. I think that's probably the most upsetting thing. Is it's like
'Cause NXT, much like old WWF, is
with
a
NXT.
pro wrestling
Yeah.
show, and it was booked
Yeah.
as a
So
pro wrestling show. It's not-
Triple H gives with one hand to NXT, but then takes
And takes,
from
yeah.
the main roster
Yeah.
with his other.
Buries it with a shovel.
That's it. That's it. It's just,
I'll just stay quiet on that. I agree with what you're saying, but I am also.
Yeah, you've got to, man, because it's right.
I, it is, it is.
agree with me because I
yes,
am right.
You are right.
Yes, you know,
I agree.
I know.
But overall, it was an okay. I think Takeover was better than Survivor Series.
What shall we rate it? Let's do a Meltzer rating for the whole show.
17 stars out of 5.
17. I'm gonna say.
Fuck you, Meltzer.
I'm gonna say 3.5.
Yeah, I'll give it 3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3.5 out of 5.
This is a new little thing I've just brought in.
We're going out of 5.
this
Are
week.
we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll give it like a 3. I don't know. It's
3.25.
like having a half. It's like a half chub, isn't it? You know, like when you're drunk and you're trying to like have sex with a girl and it's kind of there, but you need to kind of
Thumb
Yeah, thumb it in.
thumb it in a bit. Once it's in there, it's all right, you know, because AJ Styles does amazing things in the ring, and you get there, you know, and he literally saves the entire show because he's just amazing.
So 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3.2.
It was alright, wasn't it?
3.
Yeah.
It was very average.
What do we rate
Yeah.
Takeover?
It's good.
I'd give that a 4.5.
4. Yeah, 4.5.
I didn't watch it, so yeah,
Yeah.
probably a 4.5, 5.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
Yeah,
NXT
four,
shows
four.
are usually really on the money, aren't they?
Oh, always. So, should we have a quick break? Because I need a cig.
As usual, don't smoke.
Yes. Callum will be having a cig with me.
I will
by
be
the way.
having a cig with you, but don't encourage people to smoke.
Okay, don't do it.
There's kids listening.
Is there?
No, I don't know. That's probably
With all this
Come
sex
on.
talk,
Smoke, drink, and don't wear condoms, kids. Just do it, man. Just do it.
Yeah.
We all gotta die.
I
all right?
agree. I agree with all of that.
bit of raw dogging.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll come back after the break. We'll do our free count. We've probably got a load of other bullshit to talk about.
Oh
haven't we?
god,
I'll
Yeah.
stop and come up.
We've got a few more rants left in us.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Rivers.
Yeah. Rivers.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Have you got your main one out the way?
Triple H.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Right, we'll see you
It's
in
a
5.
rant that's lasted since 1994.
And it never
Oh,
stops.
God.
It's never gone away again.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we'll be back in 5.
Enjoy the show? Why not follow us on Twitter at OneFallPod and join in the discussion. Thanks for listening.
Welcome back. We're nicotined up. 3 of us are anyway. Do you want to touch upon the Survivor Series talk? You wanted to slag the 5-man booth off quickly.
Oh, the 5-man commentary. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too much. It's too many with 3 people. You know.
I agree.
5 is ridiculous. Because there's 2 guys on there that are worth the weight in gold.
4-man podcast, like an
Goddamn right. Yeah, it was messy, and you know people were talking over each other.
Yeah.
And it was crap, and Michael Cole needs to shut the fuck up.
Oh
All the
god,
time.
right, that's what I wanted to say
Yeah.
earlier. When he was trying to make Shin a thing,
Yeah.
he was going, oh, Shin with the knee. The artist Shin hits
Shin
this.
with this shit.
And
Yeah.
like I keep saying,
Killer shins,
remember
man.
who's in Michael Cole's ear.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Call him Shin.
Call him Shin.
Right, remind me again what the split is. You've got Corey Graves, who is
It's like neutral, wasn't he?
who
Yeah.
jumps between the two. Then you've got Booker T and Michael Cole
And
Raw.
Tom Phillips
Raw.
and Byron Saxton. SmackDown.
on SmackDown.
Yeah.
How does Byron Saxton still have a job?
He's a cool guy.
He is lovely.
I'm
He tweeted me and
sure.
Callum a birthday message, didn't
Yeah,
he?
he did.
Right, I'm
Yeah.
sure he is lovely. That is really unusual that he did that.
Yeah, he did. An
He-
actual
He
picture.
held up a little sign that he'd
Yeah.
written himself. He'd
Yeah.
drawn a sign saying, "Happy birthday, Palace of Wisdom. Happy birthday, the WCW."
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He was smiling
yeah.
and everything.
Ah,
What?
Well, all right. Now I
Yeah.
feel
Tweet
bad
him
about
on your birthday, say it's my birthday. He'll probably do it
He'll
to
do
you.
it for you.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
He's
Wow.
That's why he has a job.
He's so
Nicest guy.
so fan friendly. It's
Oh my
ridiculous,
god,
yeah.
that's insane.
It was.
That's a car he's saying.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay.
I was touched by that. To be fair, I really was.
Yeah, so it's,
But I
Well,
totally
that's
agree
nice.
on the 5-man.
He still shits on commentary though.
He's not the best, is
He's
he?
a really nice
Yeah.
guy. That's how he
I-
makes up for it. He makes everybody a cup of tea. You know, it's is there what I can get for you? You all right?
yeah,
and then
they're
they sit
just
on
about to
commentary.
fire him. They're coming to fire him.
Yeah.
He's like,
He's-
"You guys want a cup of tea? I've got some coffee." It's
That's
like,
it. It's
well,
hard. Do
we
you want
can't do
donuts? I want some Krispy Kreme. Got
Yeah.
some donuts. It's, too fucking nice.
Yeah, I do agree. The 5-man booth was just
Too
a
much.
mess.
Yeah, yeah.
What a mess! Like it was like they were all afraid to talk in case the other 4 started talking as well. No one knew when to talk. No one knew really what to say. Booker T was just slagging off all of SmackDown no matter what.
God,
It's-
if you want to,
He's quite heelish on commentary, isn't he?
Oh, he is, yeah.
You know.
I think it's because he's just sick of Cole's shit. If you want to laugh, if you want a good laugh, you should check out the WTF moments from Survivor Series on the Cultaholic YouTube channel, which is if you're unaware, is the formerly the Big 5, now the Big 4 from What Culture, who left and have formed their own journalism and wrestling style YouTube channel. Formerly King Ross just absolutely rips, and I think about 40 of the 50 or so points that he brought up are just Booker T gaffes. He just constantly
It does
mentioning,
fuck
like,
up a lot.
Well,
He can't have John O'Clock anymore, can he?
he
So
can't, so now he's got
what is
a
he?
fucking Booker T time or something.
Yeah,
It's Booker
Booker T
T
time.
carrying like a fucking tray of tea
That's
with a little penny on.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's absolutely fucking fantastic. It's the same artist as well.
Really?
With the art design, yeah. You should go and check it out because it really, I didn't realise how many times Booker T either flubbed something or was just saying something completely nonsensical, and Ross was right there on it. He just absolutely fucking nailed it. It's fantastic. Check that out.
And Michael Cole has a spectacular talent of making things completely uncool as soon as he says it.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, like when Suplex City became a thing? Because
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar in the match said, Suplex City, bitch. or something
Yeah,
like that.
and then
yeah.
Michael
And
Cole
Michael
would
Cole.
refer to the suplexes.
City!
Oh,
Suplex
he
City!
hit Suplex City like it's a move.
like 20 times in the same match, and I'm like, oh, you've ruined it. You've ruined everything. Michael
Did
Cole.
you hear when
Retire.
Bailey came out? He paused for about 15 seconds. No one said anything, and then he just goes, "Bailey," and there's like another 10 seconds of silence. He didn't say, "Oh, it's Bailey.
Yeah.
She's a former women's champion. This is why she's great on the team.
Yeah.
Glad to have her." He just goes, "Bailey."
Well, to be fair,
Yeah.
that kind of sums up her entire main roster. But Bailey,
You know what else I hate?
2K18 Alpha
Yeah.
release.
What else I hate with Michael Cole as well is
Sorry.
everything's vintage.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Vintage Orton.
Vintage Orton.
On the debut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Vintage new guy. Yeah.
on the debut, on the first entrance to the ring.
Yeah. Oh, vintage. But yeah, anyway, should we quickly touch Raw and SmackDown?
Well, I think what we're going to do is try and touch Raw and SmackDown in the free count, wasn't we?
Yeah.
Like in the points, we'll bring it up as we go along.
Callum, introduce the 3 count.
So, what's the first one? Are we going to Stephen Amell?
Well, you can't see, can you?
I can't see the
Yeah,
board.
it's Stephen Amell, you are correct, sir.
Right, so
Something like Stephen Amell and the Buffet Club.
The Buffet Club.
the Buffet Club.
That's my right. Sorry.
So as we all know, he's a big wrestling fan. He's also a big catering fan.
Yeah.
He opened up
Big
his
fan of
own-
the Buffet Club.
Oh, he certainly
Yeah.
is, yeah.
I would actually like to plug his wine company, Knocking Point. They do some amazing wines. I have had some myself.
Stephen
So
Amell
look
has
at
a
a wine
Oh,
brand,
wow.
called
Yeah.
Knocking Point.
Knocking point.
Take a look; they're very good. But yeah, he's a big wrestling fan.
So fill me in. I know he was at SummerSlam a few years ago. But
Yeah,
he's an actor.
so
Who is he? What does he do?
he's in-
Why should I care about this guy?
He's in the.
I don't watch these programs.
Well, I'll
Yeah.
tell you. So he's in the CW show called Arrow, which is the Green Arrow.
Green Arrow. Yeah.
Yep, and it's. I think
So
it's
does
a
he
bro-
go all mask and?
Oh
blonde
yeah,
beard
he's
and
got
all
the
that?
he's got the
That's right,
beard,
yeah.
he's got the mask and everything.
He
He's
seems pretty good for the most part. I'm not a massive fan of like the Netflix type of shows. I normally stick to the big cinematic releases, but
it's well worth a watch.
Got to be honest,
yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of those either.
yeah, from what I've seen, it's very enjoyable, and I've seen the scene, lol, with Cody Rhodes and Green Arrow, and it's quite an
Oh yeah,
entertaining.
Cody
like-
Rhodes was in Arrow for an
yeah,
episode as
so
well.
that was an interest. That's
Cool.
how they tied in
Yeah,
the whole
yeah.
SummerSlam
Cool.
thing and was able to
He's
get
doing
Stevenson
alright, ain't he, Cody
involved.
Rhodes? Doing his own
He's
thing.
doing
doing
good.
alright.
I'm
Yeah.
so happy for him. I
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
am.
Well,
Really am.
it's rather ironic that his first foray into wrestling directly was with Cody Rhodes, because now, as of Friday, just gone, what happened?
He's joined the Bullet Club, finally. Because
Officially.
a lot of people saw it coming. He's been hanging around with the Bullet Club for a long time. He's like good friends with Nick and Matt Jackson, Hangman Page, and everybody, especially Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are saying he's going to be in the Bullet Club at some point. But how would a celebrity be in the Bullet Club? So he was at the San Antonio.
Like Dennis Rodman being in the NWO.
Exactly.
Mm,
That's
yeah.
a great parallel. So yeah, he was at the San Antonio Ring of Honor show, and a lot of people just thought he might take a bump, but no, he was fucking in that match. He went through a table. He
Alright.
did the Indie Taker, which, if you haven't seen it, is a springboard into a tombstone.
Right.
Which
What, he
So
took it, or he did like the flip?
he gave it. Yeah,
Right.
and Kenny Omega did it from the other side to another opponent. And they did it in perfect,
Unison,
It was,
like-
yeah, perfect unison. The crowd went ballistic. They loved it, and now he's got his own Bullet Club style Vigilante Club T-shirt, and yeah, that's going to
So
sell
is he
like
kind of?
hotcakes.
Is he full on getting into wrestling then? Or
Oh
is
yeah,
he gonna-
that guy will commit to anything he puts his mind to.
Yeah.
Right.
He already changed his Twitter bio to professional wrestler, a member of the Bullet Club, and his link is to his wrestling tees,
Yeah, pro wrestling tees.
pro wrestling
Yeah.
tees thingy.
Far out.
Wow.
So like as soon as it happened, he was like, "Oh no, I'm all in.
Mm.
Let's do this," which is weird because can you recall any celebrity being even a modicum of capable in the ring?
No.
Well, not even Maria Menounos
No, that's
with her mania.
the slaps of doom.
Well,
Yeah.
I'd be a totally different ring with her, with me.
Mm.
You know, she's just wow. Yeah.
She's alright. She's got a butthole. So, yeah.
Anyway,
And,
Can
and,
you-
Anyway.
and
Can
just
you think
hope,
of any
hope she
celebrities?
gets well because she's got a brain tumour at the moment.
Ooh.
Oh,
wow,
wow.
that's
Yeah,
wow, that's
get-
quite a dark
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Get well,
Get
Maria.
well soon, yeah.
Yeah. But Bummel, God, yeah.
So, can you think of any?
I'm still thinking about Ed Bummel.
Oh,
Um,
God.
I can't actually, no, I
wrestle.
can't.
Yeah, there's been
Yeah, there's-
forays, there's been publicity stunts, as you said, Dennis Rodman joining the NWO, David Arquette winning the WCW World Championship. There's been numerous celebrities, like when Jackass went against Umaga on Raw, Snoop Dogg being involved. He's just constantly just kind of parading celebrities out because that's what wrestling is. It's it now that more than ever it seems like they're just trying to attach celebrity. Well, I say now more than ever. A couple of years ago, especially on Raw, when they were trying to kind of revive that rock and wrestling connection, like pop, like what they were doing in the '80s with MTV and Cyndi Lauper. Oh yeah, look, celebrities like it. Look, celebrities are endorsing us, and then you got that stint of just random celebrities that were guest general managers on Raw, and you're
I
thinking,
hated that.
what the fuck is this
Yeah.
garbage?
Oh, I
You don't
hated
care.
that.
You don't know the names of the wrestlers. You, oh god, just
Payday.
get off. And then Stephen Amell comes along, a legitimate wrestling fan, gets involved in an actual wrestling match.
Yep.
Didn't have to do much work, but he did a decent fucking job at SummerSlam.
Yeah, he did.
And now, here he is,
Doing full-on matches.
doing full-on matches. It's an interesting turn of events, and it may open up the gateway to other potential wrestling fans who are celebrities, but I'm wondering who else could there be.
I can't think of anyone.
Do you know what I'd fucking love to see? And it'd never happen because he's not famous enough, but Andy Williams, the guitarist from Every Time I Die, is a professional wrestler, and I would fucking love to see. He's like 6'3" and he's built like a brick shithouse. He basically looks like Bronson, covered in tattoos, and he goes out in dungarees with a giant mustache. If he
Awesome.
came out and just fucking laid into somebody, I would mark the fuck out, because Every Time I Die are an incredible band, and he is just he is worthy.
Can't say I've ever seen him, to be honest.
Well, I will show you a picture.
I've heard the band, but I can't say I've seen it myself. But
Get it up, James.
dead air,
sound
don't
like
let dead air happen, man.
No, we'll cut it. don't
Rivers
worry.
sing.
Oh, we can cut. Yeah, come on. No, we can cut that there.
I cut it out.
Cut the dead air.
Cut it
Da
out.
da 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 da. Can you cut that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Fucking hell!
Yeah, dude is fucking hench. Not there, but that's when he wasn't in shape.
Jesus.
So that guy,
Holy shit.
Yeah, he's big fella. Ain't he?
I'd take
Yeah.
him.
and he's appeared on many indie shows. Unfortunately, as far as I can tell, he's not a very good indie wrestler. But that's because he'd much rather be a fucking rock star and tour Vans Volta. What an amazing Photoshop!
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Oh, there you go.
But apart from him, I can't think of anyone.
that's him. Wait, who's he working with? This is Tarek.
He's a big dude, isn't he?
He is a fucking big
massive
dude,
Does
yeah.
look like Bronson.
Yeah,
I'd take him
definitely
as well.
but like as far as crossover, like he is a legitimately imposing guy, even though he's like nice as fucking pie.
Mm-hmm.
Would be interesting to see, because Stephen Amell has got that whole AJ Styles X Division kind of thing. He's a smaller guy,
Mm-hmm.
turns. He's got the stamina to go in a ring.
He does all of his own stunts on Arrow as well, which I think made it a lot easier for him.
Oh god, yeah.
So
I'm
apart
impressed.
from him, I can't think of anyone else. But I am excited to see like two of my favourite things crossing over, like the Bullet Club and Stephen Amell. It's just
I've never
perfect.
seen that review.
No, no.
Well, of course you haven't. Yeah.
I used to read the comic book.
Yeah, I've never read a comic book.
Yeah.
Right. What's the second on the free count?
Page returns.
Yeah, you're happy about this, Jamie.
Oh my god, fucking hell. Yeah.
I'm sorry, so we changed this podcast to the Sex Pest podcast. I feel.
Pestcast.
Yeah, there you go.
Sex,
Yeah.
pests and bummels. There we go.
Get that on a
Well,
t-shirt. That'll sell.
Yeah.
Yeah, sex, pests and bummels, yeah. I
Wow.
played that. I loved it. And what a pop she got as well.
Yes, you did.
Mm.
She did get a
Huge.
huge pop. Yeah.
And I
And like innuendo type chants from the crowd. Nothing like
Brad Maddox.
Yeah.
Brad Maddox. So
Wait till they're in
Sadie
Chicago
Wilson.
or somewhere.
I was
Yeah.
saying to Rivers when she said, "I'm back, but I haven't come alone." I was like, "Brad's coming back. Here comes Brad."
Boom.
But no, she had, who was it? Mandy Rose and
Sonya Deville, is it?
Sonia Deville.
Yeah, Sonya
Yeah.
Deville, yeah.
Yeah, and they're both good. Mandy Rose has come along.
Who both
a
got
long
no
way,
reaction whatsoever.
which is a shame.
Yeah.
But again, it's because they're not really that well known to the main roster. I didn't realise who it was until after they'd kind of beat down and was still
Again,
like, oh shit,
thing
yeah.
I'm a bit like meh about is this MMA girl that came up with her. Who was
Sonya Deville.
Sonya Deville. That's, yeah, right. I have no idea who she is. But I did watch the
Mae Young Classic.
Classic, and they had that legitimate UFC fighter who's all in with Ronda Rousey and all
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So she's got that gimmick as well. And out of the two of them, I think the one that was in the Mae Young
Yeah.
Classic looks way more imposing and
yeah.
better, like a female Brock Lesnar kind of thing.
Yeah, no,
So I think I'm presuming they must have signed her,
Yeah, I
right?
think they have,
Because
yeah.
she was really good. So when
Yeah,
they bring
I
her,
did actually
when they
really
bring
enjoy
her
that
in.
match. Did she lose against Kairi Sane?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah.
Yeah, that was a
But she had she
fantastic
does
match.
Samoa Joe's finishing move, the
cooking
choke
push.
out thing,
Yeah.
whatever it is. Yeah, but she looks amazing.
I've still not watched the Mae Young Classic.
I mean, no, she looks. I say she looks amazing. She looks like a bulldog licking piss off a nettle, but like she looks amazing. Like like in the
she's
ring,
a big
you know?
input. It's like Tamina, Nia Jax
It's
levels
exactly
of-
what
of-
you're like.
of
Yeah,
yeah.
get her in.
Yeah.
Get her in.
And and that's the thing, as you say, it was cool to see because we didn't actually mention it. The whole Tamina's the big woman from SmackDown, Nia's the big woman from Raw. You never get the opportunity again. That was the only time that you're going to see that kind of clash. Whereas now, if they were to bring on this, obviously they haven't, but if they did, she would be the perfect candidate, the Mae Young Classic.
I think we have to bring her up there. It kind of leaves that other one.
Yeah, so
void a bit.
now you're a bit of a loss. Maybe it's because she works. She's got really good chemistry with Paige. Maybe she's really good. I don't know.
I would love to see her and Paige have some chemistry on screen.
Of course.
I'd love to,
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Yeah.
Again,
Totally.
this is the Sex Pest.
They could have a tag team called the Scissor Sisters.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, that was like what was the original name for Paige, Becky, and Charlotte?
it was the
Submission Sorority.
Yeah.
Should have kept it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it was the
Then
attitude.
they realised
kept
it's
it.
a porn site.
It certainly
Yeah,
is.
is it
really?
Yeah, that's why they changed the name. Submission Sorority.
James was checking out tonight then.
Yeah, it's a
And they
porn
changed it
site.
to an absolutely fucking garbage name.
PCB.
Oh, what's your
Yeah.
initials? PC.
Which sounds like a drug.
Yeah, I'm on PCB.
Yeah.
Apparently, as well, Alexa Bliss is going to be a babyface in this Paige rivalry.
Yeah, I can see that.
How could Paige come off as a face?
No, I mean it's just weird that
It was that was
Alexa being a babyface. It's
Yeah, that's going to be unusual. But again, Paige came out, everyone was stoked. Then she did a heel thing by beating down everyone,
yeah,
and jumping them. It's like, oh no,
yeah.
how am I meant to cheer for you? Now you've done the thing that I wasn't expecting, and in a very illogical thing.
Yeah.
So,
Be interesting to see Alexa as a face.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
I think she could pull it off. I think she's that good. I think she could pull this off.
I think she will become a face if she loses the title gracefully, because she does the really good. I can't lose. If I lose, then it's all your fault. It's never my fault. Almost like the Christian throwing a tantrum on the canvas type thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a little baby girl. No, I didn't get what I want. That kind of thing. If she loses gracefully, she will become face. So I could see that working.
I'm
I could
excited.
totally see that working.
Alexa and Paige in the same ring.
oh, yeah.
Fucking
I
hell.
love Alexa.
Again, this is the Sex Pest
Well,
podcast.
not even from a sex point of view. Like Alexa is my favourite female wrestler.
She is fantastic.
So yeah, I just like to see it from a character point of view.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see.
Yeah, that's
if
what I
she's
meant
got-
as well.
It's refreshing.
If after this much time on the main roster, she has got the versatility to do it, because her and Charlotte's proven that she can do it, and Alexa and Charlotte are the two only women to hold both the Raw and SmackDown women's titles. So it would be nice to see that Alexa has developed as much as Charlotte.
Yeah, it would.
But poor old Bailey and Sasha Banks, right? Didn't
Yeah.
they used to be pretty good in NXT?
Yeah,
I seem
it
to remember
is,
those
yeah.
guys being
He's
good.
been good on the main.
Now, what's her face? Sasha Banks. When I see her in matches, she looks like she's hitting people with stuffed pillows. She looks.
Yeah.
She's just like.
Yeah,
I think she's fed up. I really do.
I don't blame her because like they
No,
put the
it's
title on
weird.
her and then a week later they take it off her. You know?
No,
Yeah.
and that's the thing as well. Like now that we've seen Paige and the two NXT up and comers beat everybody down, then we're going to see half of the 4 horsewomen plus Alexa, and that's going to be like the team that tries to.
Oh, do you think that's a
Fair
menu
enough.
thing they're going to do? Like
No, I think that's just going to be something that they're going to carry through for the women's division, and then you might see a bit of like, Nia's a heel, so she's or you could have Nia is the big one that finally bowls over Paige. She finally they have the stronghold, this 3-woman heel team, and then Nia's the one to finally bowl over Paige and win herself the women's title, which I think would be quite cool for her. But that's again like because Sasha is face, Bayley is face. If Alexa sides with those two, then she would be the factor face to go up against Paige. That'd be interesting, but that's just speculation on my part. I think maybe it'd be quite interesting to see how they do it. There's some options for you. If you're listening over in Connecticut, guys.
Yeah. While we're on Raw, we might touch up on a few bits.
Okay.
Well, because things did happen.
Reigns IC champ now.
Yeah, which does that make him a Grand Slam champ?
It
Does
is
it
a
make him
Grand
Triple
Slam.
Crown? Right.
But it's going to be one better because at Mania when he gets the Universal title, it's going to be like the Grand Slam champ, but then he's won the other.
Oh,
yeah,
that's the
yeah.
first, isn't it?
It'll be the Universal
first.
Grand
Wait,
Champ.
would that be the first?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the first to win all the time. Yeah, because
Because he held the. Oh, yeah, he did hold the tags.
Yeah.
When he was first in.
Him and Ambrose won it. Tag.
Yeah.
No, him and Rollins.
Him
Sorry,
and Rollins.
Ambrose,
he's
US.
done them all now, but then he'll get the Universal title, so then he'll be like that little bit better than everybody
Universal
else.
Grand Slam
Because
champ.
he's
Yeah.
Roman Reigns.
Oh my god, yeah. But I didn't hate the match.
No, Mrs. off to Hollywood.
Mrs. off to Hollywood.
I would like to see it put on somebody else though.
I'm not even mad that Roman won. It's just with such little build-up.
Yeah.
And it's such a good reign by the Miz in one night. Gone.
I just would have kept I just would have kept on Miz forever. Really.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's
I
just-
said this the other
just-
night.
Yeah, yeah.
He's made that belt relevant again.
Yeah.
He's just made that belt worth fucking being there.
And
No, but
3 or 4 years ago, I completely written Miz off. You know, it was,
Oh,
it was
God,
just
yeah,
crap,
yeah.
load of shite. You know, when he did that little face turn at Survivor Series a few years ago.
Yeah.
I think he was on Team Ziggler or Team Mick
Yeah.
Foley, whatever the hell it was. I don't know. And I was just like, ugh. And then, like, for about a year after that, I was like, ugh. But then he just, I don't know, he got like a rocket up his ass, and he was just really.
But there you go. See, they've used the Miz,
Yeah.
and they've used the fact that he was so good. He's such a good talker, fucking having his way with everybody, really lifting up the IC title. Oh, the IC title means something. Now we can give it to Reigns, so that Reigns has got something to do until he can get the Universal title from whoever has it, whether it's Lesnar.
You know, I
or
really like
whoever.
about the Miz as well. He's a proper heel. He cheats to win. He
Yeah.
does little shady moves.
Yeah.
He runs away.
Yeah,
he
he's got
always-
backup.
But when he's in the ring, he's good.
Yeah.
But he always
But
gets his receipts.
He's got a wallet full
You
of
know?
receipts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
He
always
does.
gets his receipt.
Yeah.
You know, he's like that. He's a great antagonist, and he does everything by the book.
Yeah.
Perfect textbook heel, but he always gets his receipt.
And how about I'll touch on it again. We're leading to Triple H, Braun Strowman. The start of the show. It's coming.
Yeah, well, I know. I know they're going Braun.
It's coming. But otherwise, it was Raw.
I thought Raw was a decent show, yeah, but I don't. It just seemed like it was a bit of a letdown from Survivor Series. Like there was so much they could have salvaged from Survivor Series that they didn't do, but they didn't follow up the next night.
No.
Like
Yes.
so much more stuff used to happen back in the day. Like
Yeah.
some really serious shit would go down at the pay per view, and you'd be like, "Oh God, I can't wait to see Raw." And then like loads of shit would be kicking off on Raw, and they'd be like, "Oh God, I can't wait to see SmackDown."
Now I just watch the YouTube highlights sometimes.
and that's what I do. I haven't watched a full episode of Raw in I don't know,
Well,
5
say
years,
I-
probably since 2012.
I record it, so I fast forward through most of it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it's just shit filler.
And,
I watch the
and
highlights, and
commercials.
sometimes
Commercials,
fast forward
too many
through the
adverts.
highlights. I'm just like,
Too many commercials. It's ridiculous. I've not seen SmackDown, but if you guys want to spoil it,
No,
I don't mind.
I will cover SmackDown next week.
I don't mind.
I've only seen the YouTube highlights for
Yeah.
SmackDown. I don't want to talk too much about it, to be honest.
Well,
Unless anything big happened. Does anything big happen?
I don't know. I've not seen
No,
it.
no.
There
Well,
was-
you might have heard something though.
No,
No.
I've not heard anything.
There was a SmackDown women's.
Oh, Ruby Riott.
Yeah.
I don't know who debuted with her though.
It was. Oh gosh.
Was it another two again?
Yeah, it was 3 because SmackDown can't be outdone, and then there was a back and forth between Shane and Kevin Owens. I
Oh,
believe.
and Daniel Bryan came
Daniel
out.
Bryan came out.
I know it's
and-
Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton next week on SmackDown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a bit of a. Yeah, again, that it feels quite lackluster because it doesn't feel. Oh no, sorry. I do remember. The only really noteworthy thing was Jinder challenging AJ, which sounds like such a mundane thing considering everyone's so fed up, especially Rivers, with the thing. But the Bleacher Report brought up a good point in that he is an angry guy who didn't get to live up to the fact that he felt he could beat Brock Lesnar. He's a delusional heel who is angry he lost his title, and he's angry he didn't get to prove he's the best.
Yeah.
Instead of him just being, I'm the modern day Maharaja. Instead of him leaning on his ethnicity as his gimmick, which has been fucking done to death and we're sick of seeing now, because now we're not living in the 80s anymore.
No.
You can't get away with that shit.
Yeah.
It was cool to see him focused on getting his title back and proving that he's better than everybody else thinks. You're like, oh shit, that was interesting. And he sent out the Singh brothers and AJ fucking flattened him. And you're like, that was cool. AJ got to walk away with all the heat because everybody knows he's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
They're going to have a great match when Jinder gets his rematch, because he didn't get the chance to have a rematch, did
No,
he?
he deserves one.
No, and
No,
obviously
he does.
it's fucking contractually obliged for
So does
storytelling
Finn.
purposes.
So does Kevin Owens.
Finn.
Those guys should get
Well,
three matches.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see kind of.
I was
where
trying
they
to
go with
segue that into.
I was
Vince
just-
McMahon
I was-
being
yes.
floppy on.
Oh,
on
God,
Finn.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, here we go. So,
Vince McMahon, yeah.
There
Finn
was
Balor's not
rumours.
over enough,
Yeah,
apparently.
there's rumours.
Yeah.
Rumours
yeah,
of this.
which he was meant to be versing Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble, I believe.
Yep.
But I heard the plans have changed according to
And
Meltzer and
now
a few other
it's up
sources.
in the air
This
now.
is what I love about WWE. They kind of like don't, in any way, shape, or form, kind of aid a guy to get over. And
Yeah,
then
it's-
he doesn't get
yeah.
over, and then they're like, oh, it's not over.
WWE is the biggest self-fulfilling prophecy of
Yeah.
all time. Like, they'll say, okay, so we're going to bury this guy. Oh, why isn't he over? And then it's
Yeah.
like, well,
He can't get
you
over.
did that.
Well, yeah, you kind of did that to him. Yeah.
Let Kane bury him. Oh, he's not over enough.
You know, hot off a nice big victory against AJ Styles, and then night after on Raw, and then a week after that, he gets his ass handed to him again, which is fine if they're building to like a Kane and Finn Balor match, then yeah, it's fine, but they're not, obviously.
No, he just buried him.
And this is the thing as well. You have to remember.
And then he kind of went out in a very unceremonious way at Survivor Series as well. It was just like, oh, okay, he's done.
Yeah, which is ludicrous, because what happened a few weeks ago, Finn and AJ had a match.
Yeah.
And Finn won.
Yeah.
Finn beat AJ,
Who's now the
WWE
So he's
champion.
kayfabe better.
So he
Yeah.
is top tier main event level because he
Yeah.
beat a world champion.
Yeah.
So why the fuck are they not treating him like that?
Either, exactly.
Because they hope we forgot that now. That is WWE logic.
And it's just
The
I
insulting
don't
intelligence.
get it because I think he's got money all over him. Really,
Yeah,
very much,
I can let slip the Kane thing as an anomaly because they wanted to get over. Oh, Kane is the last big guy to really get over Braun. But then look what happened with Braun at Survivor Series. He did nothing until the end when he gave Triple H a little bit of comeuppance, which then led to a very funny viral video of Triple H staggering and falling into the Titantron.
Yeah,
Which is
that's
hilarious.
funny.
But that's it. Oh no, again, it's all swept under the rug on Monday because, oh no, the big thing is, it's just, yeah, but ass backwards.
Streamline it a bit more.
Yeah.
Like, why NXT is so good is like everything's streamlined and like
Yeah.
this person's feuding with that person, and they go into a program, and then you get your result, and then that's it.
Well,
Whether or not the good guy goes over or the bad guy, you
Yeah.
always get.
Well, how long was Takeover? Was it 2 hours, 2.5 hours?
About 2.5 hours, just over 2.5
2.5
hours. I
hours,
think.
yeah.
And Survivor Series was
Almost 4.
3.5, touching